But
but per bag.
hey, Spirit gonna get you there alive every time.
And
every
not on time.
I don't know if Spirit ever had
But
a crash.
your spirit won't be alive.
I mean, your spirit dies a little bit. But that's what the money's for.
See that double entendre, that
nice.
Kendrick?
Nice.
Yeah, that Kendrick
That
Lamar. That K-Dot, man.
You know what? I'll take Spirit over Frontier.
Hell
It's
yeah.
the same shit.
No,
they ain't. Watch your mouth.
I mean, it's the low budget.
Frontier's
all those
the
ones.
worst airline
I've never flown
Frontier.
it. But,
No, I got Frontier over Spirit.
Nah.
but they're like the
Spirit,
same. They're like Pepsi and Coke.
bro.
But-
No,
You know what? I might be
actually,
thinking JetBlue.
It's like
That-
RC.
they're all of
RC
them. All of them are like
Yeah.
the
like
Dr.
RC.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Like
Now JetBlue was fire when it was new.
Yeah.
JetBlue?
Yeah.
Until they stop serving food.
It's like we only go certain places. He's like, ooh, JetBlue goes here.
You got to pick up a dry sandwich before you get on the plane.
And
Virgin
Virgin America was the best.
Still the best
Virgin
airline.
America.
who brought them? Who bought
Branson?
No,
Alaska.
That was overseas.
Alaska bought them, and
Man.
they didn't
Bro, I
trick
love
it out.
Oh,
like,
they didn't carry it on.
No.
They didn't carry
I
on
love
tradition.
Virgin.
Red and
Virgin.
white.
No, well, Virgin America, they had the video dancing in the beginning of
Toddy Hall, Todrick.
Oh, that was
What'd you
Todrick?
call
Yeah,
him?
he was in
Toddy
what you call it,
Hall.
right?
That's what they call him?
Toddy.
Oh, I thought it was Todrick. I don't know him like that.
He was
Fans.
I don't know him
fans.
like that.
Keon told me his name, Toddy.
What?
Had to throw that off me.
What? Toddy?
We got a question. Yeah, okay.
We got a question?
No, I'm going through
this
them.
Man,
Yeah, I didn't have
DC
one.
said
Oh,
no.
I thought he had a question.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll come up with one.
When
I
you
have a
ever
lot on my
can say
mind.
that, that's like preguntas.
DC ain't done a question.
I know, man, because they got to come
year.
natural, man. I don't like to force the question.
It's been a year and some change.
It's been exactly
now.
6
Throw
months,
it in
2
that
minutes,
question.
and 37 seconds.
Even if you don't want to throw it in that question.
No, I thought I had one out of here, but they didn't have
Good
one.
morning,
Yeah, they
Star
asked
in the building.
this week a couple of them.
I know, I'm looking
I
for
don't
them,
remember
but,
which
yeah.
ones.
Let me
They be
look
asking a
up.
lot of questions
Because
in
Chaz
them,
be
in
answering
them
them
comments.
all.
I
And I'm like,
know.
wait to the show, Chaz.
I be answering what questions?
Oh, Chaz be going through?
Nah,
I haven't been in there tough in a minute.
I go in there.
I peek my head in every
All right,
now and
Oh,
then.
okay. Here's
Peekaboo.
one. Here's one.
Okay.
Sorry. By V Childs One.
Mhm.
Y'all gotta agree to compete in one sport together against some average players. If you win, y'all get $1 million. If you lose, you can't do stand up anymore.
Ooh, the stakes.
What sport are we picking to beat just random dudes? Just some regular random dudes.
Just the four of us?
Yep.
Regular random dudes.
Regular random dudes.
Here's the thing. We gotta go hoop because
Are they our age?
yeah, because I'm gonna be the worst hooper, right?
And we can carry
You can carry
We
me.
can carry
I'm not
you.
trash. I
Yeah.
don't have what
You
I
just got a
used to.
pad.
That's
Draymond.
it.
Be our
But
Draymond.
I got you.
Be our
We'd have to
Draymond.
pick
I remember I
basketball.
played with Keenan and Ronnie Ray. Keenan was like, "Hey man, you actually weren't bad." I was like, "Oh, you thought I was gonna be just garbage?"
Well, you're an athlete, so you can, you got the
Yeah.
basics
Yeah.
figured
Yeah,
out.
tractor trailer.
We gotta go hoop.
Now, what we plan to? Because
Well, this is 11, right?
I'm gonna be sucking wind real
I say bowling because I'm like, unless we
I
playing
can't
against.
Nah,
With
'cause
bowling, we got a legend right here.
I'm nice at bowling.
Keon sneaky, really good.
Yeah.
At oh yes, Keon's really good.
I'm
at
just
bowling.
athletic. Any sport, I'm pretty much gonna
he's
adapt
down.
to.
He's downplayed.
If
I've
you
never
played
really,
basketball and played AAU, you went bowling a lot.
Pretty like this. Keon can get strikes when he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's one of those. Remember on his birthday? You didn't watch on his birthday. He was
Oh,
killing.
you know what? You were killing
He
on
was
your birthday.
killing
You were. I
easily.
do remember.
We used to bowl a lot in Montana.
You start
Then
looking
it
to the
comes out,
side.
we used to bowl a lot.
You look at the side. Somebody over here been playing, or they know how to play.
I always hated bowling because it smelled like smoke all the time. And
When we were growing up, yeah.
like it smells like
Feet and smoke.
Every bowling alley smells the same.
yeah. They don't smoke inside them anymore, but those times,
Back in the day, yeah.
yeah. You
Some
remember the
shoes. Some
90,
shoes
2000?
just carry a lot of ghosts dust in them.
Yeah, we have to go hoop because
Yeah.
baseball's too complicated.
roller skating. I don't know.
Yeah,
Basketball.
yeah.
not too
we got to
much.
synchronize.
Yeah.
Try
with
to- Come on.
We could flag football possibly, but
Basketball depends on the age. Who we're
who
playing
knows?
against.
Ooh, that's a
The
big
question
deal.
just says some average players,
So
If we're all in the same age group,
same age groups, and
We gotta-
average
we gotta
and skill
go
set.
We gotta
then
go hoop.
We gotta
Yeah.
go hoop.
easily.
How about we play Connect Four? Connect Four.
Nah,
That's
some
a
people are
big
really
sport.
good at
I'm
this
locking
shit.
people up at Connect Four.
Or what's the one where you toss the bag into the
oh,
hole?
I've never done
That's
it.
cornhole?
Cornhole.
I've never done
Cornhole.
cornhole.
I'm really good at pickleball.
I've never done that
I
either.
haven't done
can do
pickleball.
that
I've
too.
done cornhole.
Yeah, where you play pickleball at?
You know,
Everywhere you can play tennis.
where I live now, everybody's got a court.
Oh, for real?
Everybody in their backyard. And
I
shit.
used to go play pickleball.
You got
It's
a
fun,
spray
bro.
with a K in the middle of it.
It's hella fun.
I'm just worried about my knee now.
What kind of ball they use for pickleball? Tennis?
No,
Yeah.
like the wiffle type balls.
Oh, okay.
It's like wiffle ball tennis.
That's that hollow
Yeah.
noise. Like,
yeah,
the hollow,
but it's fun though.
Handball. I think we get somebody handball.
Handball. Mm-hmm.
No slices.
I'm great lateral. You know what I'm saying? Side to side.
I'm trying
I
to
don't
think.
believe
I think we'd have
That's
to go
the whole
Just
football
hoop.
workout. Everything is side
Everything
to
we
side.
do, we got to put Chaz first.
because you got to think we're never
see
doing
what depth-
stand
If we wrestle, I'm in. If we go with wrestling,
I don't know how to wrestle.
I don't want to wrestle.
I don't know.
then
Yeah.
I'm the anchor.
Yeah.
You're too happy to be like, I'm wrestling.
Yeah.
He
Any
used to
kind
wrestle.
of fight, we here.
They got too many new tricks I be seeing online. I'm like, oh, nah.
I
that's
don't know how to
pause
wrestle
worthy.
at all.
Just with our numbers, we got to go hoop.
You
Yeah.
ever was wrestling somebody and grabbed their balls to get the advantage?
No. Somebody was like, you ever stick your finger in somebody's butt? I
Yeah,
said,
that's going to be the next.
Never a
question.
move my coach taught me. It was just,
No, you just
By
pulled
any
it out
means
the bag.
necessary, Chaz.
I was like, it was never a time where I was like, you know what? I got to pull it out.
This whole fight, someone just has that groin in your face, like,
If you suck, you're gonna get in some positions where you go like, okay, there's a
Yeah,
there's
I
a
why am
sign
I
for
doing
this.
this?
Yeah,
Did you ever have to tap out?
you don't tap, you get pinned. You know, it's high school. So the thing
Oh,
you gotta think
they
high school
can't
is
bend
very-
your arm or bend your leg
No,
to
that's
make you
MMA.
tap
Which
out.
also, I wish UFC or like MMA was hot when I was younger. It wasn't really hot in the 2000s. You know what I
okay.
mean? It wasn't that popular like it is now. You know,
Okay.
now you can go anywhere. And you
Yeah.
can learn this stuff, but
I
it
hate-
wasn't a huge selling point. UFC might have been around. I don't know if they've been around in
what was your, you
No,
got
No, UFC's
pin
been around for a
noise.
long. UFC's been around since like the late '80s, I think. Early
UFC?
'90s. Yeah.
Not UFC.
UFC's
that
been
Well, it's
mixed,
different.
mixed martial arts.
Well,
Well,
MMA's been around
Wherever
for sure.
Yeah.
Horace Gracie, that's when I started
That was
watching
in
it.
'96.
So that was
Nah, that was earlier in '96. I was
Well,
a
that's
kid
when the
watching
UFC
Horace
started.
Gracie.
That was when Hoist was winning. That was '96.
Yeah, no, it was earlier.
because I don't know exactly
Or
when UFC started
95.
popping.
Nah,
Yeah.
I was a kid, bro.
Yeah,
I was
you
renting
a kid
VHS.
then.
My
You
dad
just
rented
had
me
a
VHS.
a long time.
Because they had a
Pull
lot
up
of
Horace
they had
Gracie.
like K1 boxing. Like there was a lot of
Wow.
different
Yes.
Yeah.
UFC started in '93.
in '93.
93.
When did
Yeah.
they get popular?
That's not what Hoist. That was when they was going around traveling.
Horace Gracie, look at when he was fighting. Is there a way we can look at that? Look at that.
It started in '93.
Yeah,
I remember him because he wore a full gi.
He had full
Yeah,
gi.
they
He
did.
choked
They be
somebody
grabbing his
out.
gi.
He choked
It was
somebody out
very
with
different.
a gi.
Yeah.
It was very different.
Uh-huh.
You could just wear whatever you wanted to,
Mhm.
and you wore like whatever your
Yeah,
style was.
he was like Ryu.
That's him. And,
it was like
Horace Gracie.
Oh,
him
so
and Shamrock was
Go ahead.
big. At,
Kid Shamrock.
Dana White though became the president in 2001,
Mhm.
and that's when it started.
That's UFC.
That's when.
So
it
what was
started.
it
That's
called?
UFC.
It was
before?
called the UFC, but he became the president in 2001.
Yeah, he really turned that.
So
thing
when was
around.
Horace Gracie and them fighting?
So
You're probably right though. Dead on.
I remember being a kid going to rent those movies.
And he was probably fighting before that also.
Yep.
But like I said, they were different. Because I remember
Yeah, they were in
K1 boxing was
Thailand
really
and shit.
big.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different ones now.
Mhm.
Yeah, in Thailand
I
had
watch
a
the
lot
bare
of those
knuckle
big.
fights now.
Yeah, those are. You're not gonna get the best fighters, but they're wild to watch.
Well, Horace Gracie is 58 now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 90s.
So-
80s, 90s. It was prime time.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
I just seen
It's
his
definitely
nephew
changed.
trying to sell a sweater on Shark Tank.
Who?
His nephew was trying to sell a sweater that
Horace
you
for real?
take off and it turns into a backpack.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
oh,
It goes back, broski.
Hold on. Did he start this thing?
Who?
What's the
Horace
guy's
was
name?
Horace
first
Gracie.
champion. He was the first champion.
Yeah, Horace was like one of the
So there's a
pioneers.
Royce Gracie.
That's Hoist. That's how you pronounce
Mhm.
it.
Oh, okay. I think he started it.
Mm-hmm.
He was in
He was the
UFC
first
1.
champ. Yeah, he was the first champion.
Yeah,
And
let's
it
go.
probably wasn't every month back then, was it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'd have done it though. Had that been hot when I was growing up,
Really?
I definitely would. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
definitely would have trained.
What's
in it.
crazy is fighting has been around.
But
since
he was
the
in
beginning of
he was
time.
in like Pride, remember
Yeah,
Pride
Pride,
and
yeah.
K1. He
Yeah.
did that first.
Because I can't remember this dude, McDonald something. He was a black dude with blonde hair. He was the first person I saw doing kickboxing.
Oh,
Coco
word?
Beware.
Yeah, no. I
Black
got
dude,
Yeah.
brothers, dude.
Black dude, blonde.
93.
hair.
93?
He fought in UFC 1, UFC 2, and UFC 4.
All right, you was right, DC.
Come on,
Good man.
DC.
Early. I
Early.
just remember being like, whoa, this
Because
is
he had a
good.
rivalry with Ken Shamrock, and that was early.
Yeah, I remember that.
I forgot about Ken
I
Shamrock.
just remember Shamrock in a
But that
WWF.
show, The Ultimate Fighter, because we binging it right now. That show is what blew it up, though.
Yeah. And is
So-
that when Dana White took over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart.
And
Yeah,
then
Michael
it's-
McDonald was the first dude I saw be a. I don't know if you guys remember this dude. It was a blonde hair, black dude.
I remember him. I remember him.
That's the first dude I saw do something else. I was like,
I
Oh,
thought
what
you
is
meant
this?
the singer.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, I said, we kicking it in.
He was a UFC fighter.
Hey, if you got your ass when somebody sung afterwards,
They give him the mic.
That would be so embarrassing.
Oh, man.
that would be
Time to quit.
garbage.
You got to go to the
bro.
bag after that. You got to go to the trunk.
That's some super video game shit.
Yeah,
So we're agreeing with basketball.
I think.
Who?
Nah, I don't think basketball.
Why?
It's $1 million. If we lose, we can never do stand up again. I
Ain't no
risk
time to
it. I can't,
bullshit,
I
Craig.
can't risk another sport.
Him and basketball.
Well, give us a plan B.
I said bowling.
Man,
Connect
bowling
four.
is just,
That's a
I'm
risk.
gutter balling,
bowling's a
bro.
risk.
Tic
For
tac
me,
toe.
when I get strikes, it's
I feel like
an
that's
Follow
an
the
average
pattern.
guy sport is bowling. Like you
It
ain't got to go
is.
out and train. You got to do nothing for years. That's the. You know what I mean?
Basketball, they might just put Chaz in the post.
That's a problem.
Oh, it's going. Yeah,
If I
we're
get-
going to have.
If I get posted up, it's a problem.
He good with the bottom
I
base.
got the base
But
side.
you
I
got
got
to think
him
about the average guy that plays a 24-hour fitness.
Mhm.
The average person.
Yeah.
I'm a waxing the
Yeah.
average person.
Same.
Like the average person,
It depends on which 24, because sometimes 24 be loaded during the summer.
yeah, not
The
during the day.
average
The old
dude
guys
who's
play
just
during the
coming
day.
off the
You talk about early morning
Early
arguments?
morning, baby.
So we
I
need a
don't-
plan B sport just in case.
We
If we get into this debate
Y'all know
before we
weightlifting?
play,
Let's go weightlift. I'm here. Now I'm with you again. I'm back.
I would do that with you
Come on, man.
because
Where
if
you
we're
at,
talking about
DC?
the average guy is weak as fuck.
Come on, DC.
the average guy is not lifting as much as Chaz.
You saw.
average
I
guy
saw
is
what
weak.
Chaz could
Let's do it.
Yeah, I think Chaz could
What you
carry
lifting,
us.
Chaz?
Probably. I hurt my shoulder when DC
So,
saw.
see the excuses.
What'd you put up, like 300?
Yeah, I
easily?
put up 315.
As y'all are drive-by comedy
Multiple
clubs, you
times.
gonna hear.
Multiple
I hurt my
times.
Jesus,
shoulder.
330 is the most I ever did.
Multiple
Jesus.
times. I was repping it. Yeah. Why you got blood on your collar? Oh, is this makeup? Oh, it's this lipstick.
With the
Or is
dickies,
it- or is
Craig
it
got
blood?
bodies, bro.
Hurt somebody.
Blood on here.
That's his Dexter outfit.
Craig said a little some.
Craig out here killing.
How much
Weightlifting.
You in? That's squatting.
You
Talking about
didn't say
deadlifting.
how much you lifting. What you
I'm
maxing
pretty
out?
sure I could
What-
probably go get 300 right now. I haven't lifted
What's
heavy in a
that?
long time.
That's
345s on each side. Mhm.
Okay.
I'll do
But-
2 plates.
All right, we're on 25.
I get
Yep.
2
Okay.
plates.
I'm definitely doing 2 plates.
225.
I did.
I might get a little over 2 plates.
Yeah.
I was repping
What we
190 this
squatting?
morning.
What are squats?
Now here's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Keon, you guys should better squat.
Most
No,
basketball players don't
it's
work
just
on
not
our
my
legs.
thing. But I can leg press hundreds and hundreds of pounds. But the squat, I just can't.
Oh God.
I can't do. But leg press, oh yeah,
Anything with the shoulders, I got it.
leg press. I'm giving you ridiculous amount on leg press.
Pull up.
Anything with the shoulders, I got it.
Anybody power clean? Anybody?
Nah,
No.
I won't even know the form.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'll
got
throw
it,
my
that
back
form.
out.
Yeah, the form is where it's at with power clean.
We didn't do that.
Deadlifting, squats too. That's
Yeah.
all.
That's the thing about with football players, you guys train, of course, better
Different.
with weightlifting
It's a
than
different
like
thing.
hoopers.
It's a different workout for sure.
Like we did like little jump squats, and it was everything is about explosion. And
Yeah.
like it's just different workouts.
Football was a lot about explosion, but it's different for sure.
You
You,
guys-
you don't really need to go up.
Right. And y'all train like bodybuilders almost.
Yeah, you do powerlifting. That was a
Yeah,
big,
we didn't do that. Matter of fact, they would get mad if we was like doing curls and stuff. They was like, how does that fit in what we do? It was like curls are for
Football's-
girls. Like they did not curls, and it meant for showing off because that's really having biceps in basketball is really just to look good
Yeah.
because no movement requires.
I mean, I'll be
that.
saying this shit all the time.
But right after you
But that's-
lift,
that's
it throws
shoulder.
your right after you lift, it
That's
throws
all
your
it
That's
is.
shot
shoulder,
off.
and then shot. That's
Yeah, I can
triceps.
see how it
throws your
Everything,
shot off,
everything. There's
yeah.
no.
LeBron
and we did
looks
a-
like he's killing. I don't know. LeBron
but
looks
he
like
doesn't have massive biceps.
LeBron's pretty
Biceps. It was David Robinson,
Yeah, Robinson.
Derek Fisher,
Got
Yeah.
Karl Malone, bro.
Karl Malone. What's your man? Ben Wallace.
Yeah, Ben was
Ben
was
had some
curling
biceps.
200.
Yeah, Ben
Curl.
Wallace.
Like, he going to the league now over at Memphis.
It's like there's a couple. There's
Who's
a
over there,
handful
Ben?
of
Bang.
buff.
Oh, bang, yeah, he got them little
Yeah,
short
he
arms
big
too.
as hell.
He look like he
got
just
them
bench a
little-
lot though.
Yeah, he got some little short arms.
Dwight Howard.
Howard was
He was
ripped.
ripped.
But there's like a handful of basketball players who were like
Bibby.
ripped. Nate Thurman back in the
If
day.
you
Bibby?
look at
Bibby ripped now. He's huge
I'm
now.
trying to think,
but
I'm
He's like
Bibby ripped.
230.
he
Yeah,
wasn't
Mike
back
Bibby
then.
was average.
He
with
buff as
playing.
hell now.
Uh-huh.
But so yeah, that's not. I
Yeah,
think
but
we-
if you have to go ultimate biceps, David Robinson.
No, he was a monster.
Yeah, he
He
was
was-
really stuck out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ridiculous.
Karl Malone, bro.
I mean, Carl was ripped too.
Carl was ripped, but he was
Carl was
bigger.
mixed with fat,
David
too.
was like shredded.
I had this.
So you
here-
go Alonzo Mourning.
he was ripped.
He was
Oh,
ripped.
Alonzo
big
was
as
super
hell.
He
buff.
was
Yeah,
ripped.
yeah, yeah.
Larry Johnson was ripped.
Yeah.
Grandmama.
That's the biggest difference I saw from the 80s to the 90s. 80s players, I can't tell you a lot who were like like looked ripped. But once they
Otis
started
Thorpe.
going into the 90s,
Yeah.
you were like, hey, these dudes that was like that whole Bulls team looked
Xavier
crazy.
McDaniel.
Remember, it wasn't a thing,
Pippen,
and then Jordan started lifting because they was fouling.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I
Yeah.
was like, Jordan was probably the one I started seeing like.
When
I
you
mean,
look-
David Robinson was always,
Yeah.
even when you look at those players from the early 80s and the late 70s, they look like they never was in the gym or the weight room.
Kareem.
Yeah,
it was
flimsy.
like flimsy. I
Michael
was like,
Cooper and them.
Yeah, they look like
thin as hell.
When you look at Larry Bird, I was like, this was the prime athlete.
killing.
But he was so good.
He was killing.
So good.
Put that ball in that basket.
I mean, did you look at the Joker? And he's so good.
Yeah.
Luka, and he's so good.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're
But-
just good.
But what's his name is more athletic than he looks, Joker. He's going to be,
Well, they're
not
all athletic.
hops-wise.
Yeah, but they're all athletic. Yeah.
But he's big, he's
Not
hefty.
agile. He's
Yeah,
very
he's-
agile.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you go
but I
like,
wouldn't say athletic because athletic. he
yeah, it's
doesn't-
very different.
Yeah, than
Yeah.
being agile.
It's a very different movement.
He's a
I
high
can't find these
basketball
questions
IQ.
nowhere.
Very high basketball
Yeah,
IQ.
super high basketball IQ.
So what sport are we finally settling on? This is a dude never do stand up again. I can't
I still
risk
feel
it.
like we got to go hoop.
All right.
I'm not that big of a liability.
Remember
Especially
that
against
while
average,
y'all,
regular
while y'all are
dudes?
driving past the comedy club.
I'm not risking it on bowling.
What were we doing in the
I
crowd?
didn't say we're not gonna blame Chaz and talk shit to him. We can't never do jokes
Chaz,
again
you went
because
0
you
for
couldn't get a
16? I
rebound.
did. Do we have any
That was a
time?
joke, DC. You wasn't allowed.
Do we have any time to prep? Do we get any prep time?
Before the game.
I was gonna get my touch back. That's all. I was like, I don't need my touch back. I just need to. That's it.
Splash.
Let me get my
That
little.
movie?
Let me feel the ball. You know what I'm saying? Put some shots. All right. My touch back. You know.
How
what
much
I'm
does
saying?
the average person bowl? It's not
I
high.
would say somewhere around 125.
Because I looked up my average. No, it's not even that high.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Because I looked it up. Because when DC was talking shit.
That's low.
You talking about when we were playing or when today?
When you were talking in general, I was like, let me see what and I looked up what I normally do. I was like, oh no, I'm better than like the average
Keon
person.
can bowl, bro.
Yeah.
But I thought that was just like
What
whatever.
you average in league?
I never played in the league.
Oh.
I got standards.
I'm like, I won 2 leagues.
How much do bowlers make?
About?
I wonder.
It depends on the tournament. They have the big ones in Vegas. I
Yeah.
remember JT used to pop out to those. We was on a bowling team.
Uh-huh.
And JT
Can't
Oh,
play
that's why
JT?
you said bowling. You
Yeah,
bowl.
I bowl.
That's why he was trying
that's
to
why
switch
being
his
all
sport. Yeah,
subtle.
I'm like,
Yeah,
why
that's
you
like-
keep trying to switch to bowling?
I'm definitely gonna.
And I
break
know
this
it's
down.
something that you just roll it there, the ball down the lane. If you base
Nah,
it,
them dudes be having that poise. They be like,
but then we
But we're
get
talking
it-
about the average guy.
We get his sandbags.
Put the kitty bars up for me if we gonna do that.
We got the
get the
average guy.
dinosaur and roll it
all
down
right,
his tail.
so Jason Belmont can earn close to $300,000 per year on the PBA tour, making him the highest paid bowler. With the best bowlers falling within a range of $50,000 to $200,000 annually. That ain't shit.
It's
To
not, but to
bowl?
bowl, that's a lot. It's a low. It doesn't cost a lot
How much
to
can you
bowl.
make
Like
from
the sport
darts?
is cheap.
Y'all want to do darts?
Hell no,
Yeah.
I suck at that.
$300,000 to bowl for sure. I understand that. However, to be a professional athlete at the top of anything and make
300
$300,000
grand?
per year, that's not.
Comics, a lot of comics don't make 300
But
grand
the
a
top,
year.
if you're the best, this guy's the best.
Yeah.
He's the top professional bowler. If he's the top, what
Okay.
other field are we talking about at the top that makes $300,000?
WNBA, right?
I was about to say, that's it. And they're starting to get paid more. They're gonna start making more money soon.
WNBA, yeah.
I don't know how many sponsors
That's not a
he
lot
gets.
for the top,
Nah.
but I've never heard of them either. So
I also never seen a bowling commercial, so I'm guessing.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
They're not
is he getting
getting
sponsorships? Is he getting like, oh, he's in this new bowling Coca-Cola down the lane?
I
and
know we
people-
watched bowling on accident.
All right, so they're saying an average score for recreational or non-league bowlers is 70 to 100.
Come on.
Ooh, I can get that.
We got a bowl.
I can get
And
that.
but they're also saying the beginners go from 50 to 70. Somebody like us can go from 130 to 150.
I'm over 150.
So
good.
it depends if they're how
He said, like us. I'm like, nah,
How-
I'm way over 150.
bad are they?
If they're like me, it's a wrap. Then we go bowling.
Oh,
but I can't
man.
bowl for shit.
I can't bowl.
Basketball.
I look up on bowling.
Because bowling, I'm gonna get minimum
I'm not.
130.
Chaz chill in the corner for the 3. Corner 3, that's you all day.
Well, not anymore.
And then we're playing the zone.
Last time I shot a 3. What year are we in?
Oh, we ain't gonna pass it there. Just sit there.
Just sit decoy.
I'm a pump fake and go. That's all I can fake go. Look, I pump fake. I go
Let me
win.
see the pump fake.
Right?
You got the sound.
He goes up, right? Just a little bit.
That
Bow.
sounds like
I'm
you
around.
get
My first
paid.
step is great. It's the rest that's trash, okay? My first step, bow. I'm here. Somebody's got to cut because I'm 5'7", right? I'm not going to act like I'm going up for the lane, right? I'm going to act like I'm going up. Somebody's going to block my shot. One of you cut, bow. Behind the back. See the behind the back?
No, just set. Use your arm to go all the way around.
So
This is my bad
basketball.
shoulder.
I don't know. Now you kind of convinced me to bowling.
Me and Chaz ain't giving shit to y'all.
Hey,
Bowling.
nigga, if I get 90, I
That's
did
what I'm saying.
amazing.
Yeah.
Then we could hoop. Chaz in the post, foul as many times you
We
want.
have a way better chance.
As long as
of
Chaz moving
hooping.
around quickly, it's like, you know what I mean? The little short dudes be moving around really quick.
But you got to think
He
about
ain't
the
doing
average
that.
guy. Chaz, he's fine.
And I'm going to set some screens. Bow,
Yeah, he's
roll,
fine with the
roll some-
average guy.
Pick
that's
and
just
roll
showing up
all
to the
day.
gym.
No, just pick. Just pick.
Come, let me roll.
No, just
Yeah.
pick.
No,
It's
he
the,
has
the
to
roll's
roll.
a decoy.
Yeah.
You pick, right?
They
I
know
get it.
we're
They
not
draw.
gonna throw it down.
I'll dump it
to
down to him,
But-
make a layup.
But then I just pass it back
We're
out.
gonna have
Yeah.
a conversation.
So right-handed layup, what foot do you jump off of?
I'm here. I'm on my left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come on.
see?
I've done this.
Yeah.
I'm,
If he rolls and nobody jumps, he's making a
He should have
layup.
said both
I've done
feet.
it.
He's making a layup.
I might have to now.
2 feet.
I think he's making the
Yeah,
You know
layup.
what I'm
Chaz make a layup.
We got to go basketball.
Did you see the
Basketball.
I'm here.
Hoop.
Plus,
All day.
plus knowing, like, this is why, okay,
That's your Nike commercial.
this is why I'm going to go basketball over bowling. Because in the event that it gets tight, I don't trust myself in bowling to be like, okay,
The
I can
clutch
win
gene.
this.
You don't have the
But
clutch
in
gene
basketball,
bowling.
I can be like, okay, I can get us a bucket.
Clutch gene.
I
Right.
get us a
Like,
bucket.
I can
Yeah.
go, we're going to score here and end the game. Bowling, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do here. If it's on, like, we need 8 pins, nigga, I don't know if I can get that.
For some reason, though, I feel like if it's game time, the game's on the line, that's when Chaz is gonna feel like it's my time.
I'm going to show them.
bucket because they're not expecting
The
me
Carlton
to.
Fresh Prince scene.
I can see you doing it.
I just
chuck
have
it up.
more-
I'm wide open.
I have more faith in our basketball if it gets tight or been able to turn it up than bowling. Like, bowling is, I don't,
You got to
outside
keep
of
me in the
Craig,
mid range.
I don't know if we can bowl enough. We can turn it
Mid
up.
range around.
No, your picks. Picks
Well, I'm a pick.
only.
You
I'm a
set
pick
screens.
mid-range spot. Come
No,
on,
Don't
guys.
get tricky out
mid-range.
there.
Don't even worry about mid-range.
Can I shoot a mid range? I can't.
No.
Next to the free throw line, little.
You can pump fake all you want.
Nah, they got to shoot because
Every shot you make is going to be like, no, yes. Cool.
All right,
Cool,
okay,
cool,
okay.
cool.
We don't want to
made
build that confidence. The game, point up. I got this, fellas.
Chaz, what's your job? Pass it to Keon.
I was open.
Pass it to DC. Pass it
They got
to
more
Greg.
questions?
I'm looking at each of the episodes.
Well,
There's
hold
like
on,
we
I
haven't
got a
done.
Wait,
question.
is
This
that your same sound
a
that you
question in a
made when
while.
you got pinned?
No, when you get
Trying
pinned,
to
it's
get up.
you're like,
Sounds like
getting pinned is embarrassing.
aggressive losing.
It is. Getting pinn's embarrassing. That's somebody
Oh,
who
I found
literally
one.
Here we
dominated
go.
you and held you down physically on your
With
back.
your parents watching.
Everybody. Getting pinned is one of the most embarrassing things you can happen
You
to
see that video where it's a dude wrestling the girl, and she a big girl, and he just picks her up and body slams her, and the ref was like, okay. You made your point.
They've been doing a lot of these dudes fighting women things lately. It's got to stop.
Yeah.
There's that one girl that beat that dude on the internet. And after
I saw that.
And
She was manhandling that dude.
yeah. But it was like
the white girl, right?
Yeah. I see
Yeah.
that.
it wasn't fighting. It was like Brazil.
It was real wrestling. This what I saw was wrestling.
like jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
and stuff
no,
like that.
no, straight.
It was
straight.
But there was no
wrestling.
punches, right?
No,
no,
wrestling. It was actually
just
wrestling.
It was
Yeah, it was
wrestling.
just all
And
wrestling.
it-
Yeah.
She was giving it to these
She was
dudes.
just dragging him around.
Yeah, I mean, yo, man, a woman who's more experienced than that for sure. You're gonna have the strength advantage as a dude,
'Cause
but
it's technique, right? Yeah.
Technique,
Yeah.
technique is everything, dog.
All right, here's
They
a
have the
question.
strength advantage.
And the question, this is from Namaste Liana.
Namaste.
And the question came from her 6-year-old son.
Oh.
Would you rather receive $10 every time you jump or receive $10 every time you punch the air? And the money goes directly into your pocket. You can jump, punch as much as you want. But once you choose jump or punch, you can't change the other thing. So you got to do that.
Oh, punching. I punch the air all the time. Punch in the air?
punch in the air.
I shadowbox so much.
So
I'm
much.
Like,
Punch in the air is way easier too.
I don't jump that much.
and you
in
can
the
lay
course of
down
a
and
day.
punch the air.
Yeah.
When I jump, I gotta hope nothing happens on my way
Right.
back. I gotta hope
And I don't even
everything
jump that much.
stays stable.
I'm
And-
thinking
and then
Like
So
how
you
many
have
times
to-
in the course of a day are you jumping?
Right.
When you're younger, I remember jumping a lot.
Well, yeah.
But he's 6. He's
Yeah,
jumping
he's-
everywhere.
right.
And it didn't specify if we had to swing full power. You can just do
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah, I'm
Man,
taking
you just do
I'm taking the
little baby
punching.
yeah,
jumps,
punching.
though.
I'm taking the
You say
punching.
what?
You do little baby jumps.
But I don't jump.
rope.
Like
Baby jumping is that's gonna be a lot more. You're gonna get tired faster than you will punching.
I don't
shadow
just be
boxing.
punching the air.
You don't be shadow boxing?
Yeah.
You should be taking baby hops everywhere you go.
No, but y'all sound like
No, but
dude
for the
from
sake of
Boys
this-
in the Hood, just punching the air at home. Just,
Yeah.
I'm just saying the things that we do just in the course of your day. I'll do this more in the course of a day than I jump. I don't jump.
I
Like,
shadow box everything.
yeah. Like I'll do it all the time.
I'd be fucking Izzy up.
I can't remember the last time I just jumped. I jumped
When's
in
the
the
last
pool.
time you shadow box?
Same.
If I
Same.
ever walk
You see
by
him
and
making
see
no
you,
money.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
I mean, it's not a group question, so it's your own individual
Yeah,
answer.
When's the last time you hooped, DC?
It's been maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still got. As soon as I get back on the court, it comes right back to me.
You
like-
gotta get out there and just
yeah, I think I
go up
want.
and
I
down the
think I was
court.
just thinking about it. I was like, I think I want to get back in like decent hoop shape.
Yeah.
Because that's why when you stop playing, that's when you lose all
Right.
the the mobility and all that.
Right.
But if you keep going, like Keon, you still play, right?
Nah, I hurt my knee.
You retired?
No, I didn't
back
retire.
on the
I
bench.
just had to take a break.
Yeah, take a break.
Yeah.
You gotta.
That old,
that
old age hit. I
You
was
gotta
like,
start
what is
prepping.
this?
This is what I found out.
Yeah, I need more prep time.
More prep
I
time.
stretch at home now when
But
I do
this
a hoop.
also means wearing the equipment and the icing after.
I don't
Yeah.
want to look like that guy with all the knee braces.
Hey, listen.
I don't want to play that.
It's
bad.
40. This just comes with 40. Like it's just what it is. LeBron gets there earlier. He stays later. This is what happens.
I've been to courts fully dressed, ready to hoop, and been like, I don't think I have the time to heal if I hurt
It
myself.
takes too long to heal,
takes
bro.
too long.
Yeah, it takes too
You
long to heal.
you gotta plan.
That's what it is. It's not, but he's right. We don't do at this age. We don't do enough recovery.
The recovery is everything.
That's what it is.
You
Because
get
I stretch and everything pre,
Mm.
but after I just go home and lay down.
I can go work out and not stretch and be fine.
Uh-huh.
It's the after.
Yeah.
The aftercare is so much more important the older I get. Everything swells now, which was a big thing with my knee because I didn't take my time to.
You're
treat
supposed to
it.
technically hop in the goddamn ice bath.
Not only was I supposed to wear my knee brace,
Yeah.
I was supposed to elevate. I was supposed to do all that good
Yeah,
stuff. I was
we don't
like,
be doing
I
all
ain't no
that.
bitch.
Wait,
I'm
what
just
were you
gonna keep
doing? What were you
I just
playing?
ran one sprint, DC.
Man, he
One
was doing
sprint. One, DC. One full out sprint.
How
I felt
far?
amazing. Probably like 40 yards or so.
Okay.
Yeah,
I felt great.
for a promo video.
I
yeah.
was flying to me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay,
To
started
me?
off great,
To you.
slowed down a little bit. I'm big, you know what I mean? But my takeoff felt great for a while. Felt a little twinge a little bit after.
Yeah.
That's nothing. My knee ballooned. It was like
off that one sprint.
off the one sprint. And then, I did like a little bit of like, just warming up.
Uh-huh.
A little jog, then a little faster. Then I was like, all right, I'm ready. I was like, I felt great. Bam. I was like, ooh, boy, what? Huh? Who want this? Went back. I was like, I feel that a little bit.
You felt it. And then when you got
I felt-
home, it swelled up.
Man, when I woke up, bro, I was like, I can't move my knee.
That's crazy,
Bro,
bro.
we got to do all the preps at this age. So, yeah, I want to get back to hooping regularly, too. But
So I'm just like, had I wore the brace, had I iced it immediately afterwards, and then I just kept going on it for a while before I even.
Well, for you saying that, that's what makes LeBron so special.
well, I mean,
I get it, but still, age is age.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's moving with these young dudes like that.
And look at someone like
Yeah, that's
Brandon Roy.
crazy.
It didn't even matter.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Once you have a debility somewhere,
Yeah.
same with Greg Oden, like
Right.
health is a
but $1 million
gamble.
something dollars a year. You got them X-rays. You got specialists.
But if
on
it's
everything.
bad, it's just.
But
what you
remember,
gonna do.
what's this? Amar Stoudemire tried the same stuff. He was doing whole wine baths and stuff
Yeah.
like that to try
I think
to save his
I think
knee.
LeBron just got ahead of it. He did it.
Yeah,
when
LeBron
he did,
stayed consistent.
He did it
with
when he didn't need it.
Right.
You know, he like people wait till they get old and then want to take care of themselves, and
Right.
some people do it before, and it all matters. Like what you eat, and you can try a factor meal. You know what I'm saying? It
That's
all
what I would
all
do.
matters.
as
you
a
know?
matter of factor,
You ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Well, Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy.
Mhm.
The dietitian approved meals are ready to heat in 2 minutes, so you can feel right and feel great no matter what. I actually make mine in the skillets. I don't warm it up. I feel like microwave food just don't be hitting.
I put mine in there.
You know what I mean? So I put mine in the skillet, heat it up. It arrives fresh, fully prepared, perfect. So it's not, you ain't making no meal. You're literally
ready,
just heating it up, and they be good too. I actually like them.
I love Factor.
I like them. I'm a big fan. You can lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals.
Oh, baby.
Hey.
I'm telling people, man.
Yeah, and it's based on randomized controlled clinical trial, Factor Keto. Results will vary depending on diet and exercise.
Depending on what you're doing outside of eating.
With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and they got the shakes too. I'm a fan of the shakes, the little smoothies they make. So you can get started with factormeals.com/Factor Podcast and use the code Factor Podcast.
Factor Podcast.
Yeah, Factor Podcast.
do
Factor
Factor
Podcast. You get
Daddy
50% off your first box for free shipping with Factor Podcast at factormeals.com/Factor Podcast.
Fire.
I haven't had the smoothie yet, but the fresh press.
No, you see drunk on mine.
Yeah.
On the fresh press?
Yeah.
Those are good.
They be hiding at the bottom of the box. You're like, oh,
Yeah, you don't know it's coming?
coming.
I froze mine.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Smart.
Icy. Nice, healthy icy.
It's like, didn't you kill off all the nutrients by freezing it?
You're supposed to drink stuff like straight up and eat stuff straight up.
Sweet mean?
Like
Fresh.
people will cook their vegetables and you're just supposed to eat them.
Yeah.
Kind of. Some you have to.
You can, to make it taste, but you ain't,
No.
ain't nobody raw dogging kale.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
But
you
like
gotta-
broccoli,
you can.
a lot of these have a lot of gas. Like broccoli is dangerous to eat without boiling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of the gas that it holds. It's supposed to be better for you boiled cauliflower, so like that. Those things that are cruciferous.
You mean blanched?
Huh?
Not necessarily fully boiled, just light boiled to
I
color
think
changes,
those
then
are
you
supposed
throw
to be
it
the
in
ones
cold
that you're
water.
supposed to eat boiled that are supposed to be better for you boiled because they release these gases and something else happens. I can't remember what it was called. But there's a few of them that I'm like you're supposed to have cooked/boiled. But there's also the raw, like carrots and stuff. I think you're supposed to have those raw stuff like that. The cucumbers. Well, cucumbers.
Wait,
are
did we?
fruit.
You won't boil it. Cucumbers you won't cook.
Steamed? Maybe it was steamed. Not
Did we
boiled.
answer the last question?
Yeah, the basketball.
We said shadowboxing, right? Me and you said
Oh,
shadowboxing.
Boxing.
You shadowboxing?
Yeah, throwing some
Definitely
jabs.
throwing jabs.
All right, we
Jabs.
got another one.
All right, let's do it.
If you had to make a spoof movie out of 5 movies, which 5 are you choosing? Which genre would your movie be in? And what would the title of your spoof movie be?
It's a lot of damn questions.
Hella
for one.
questions.
I just did this with Craig yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was from Jason Hardy.
Jason Hardy. What's up, Jason?
So you picking 5 to make fun of.
I asked Craig this
Whatever
the other
genre.
day
Mm-hmm.
because I needed his advice on a spoof. So I'm doing the Wickalizer. Okay, is where I spoof John Wick, The Equalizer, Jason Bourne, something else bloody and violent.
Okay.
All those.
Probably Tom Clancy.
What's his name? I'm sure you can pick from one. What's his name?
Jason Statham.
Yeah, Jason Statham. And what's his name? Taken.
Oh,
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. Yeah.
Liam
Neeson.
Liam
Yeah.
Neeson.
yeah. I would definitely do a fun action, a bloody action spoof.
Okay.
Like a violent Wick style. Yeah.
Okay.
Jason Bourne, I would have.
Does he have to answer all
be a
5
baby.
questions? Like,
He did.
I did.
He did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right?
he knocked it out. Yeah.
Bam!
He already had that on deck.
I did.
I have no clue. Come back to me.
I don't know either. I would have.
I can't
Gregory?
say.
Craig's like scary movies.
I was like, it's scary. Nah, I
Tell you
can't
exactly
say.
the 5.
Can't give up my next check.
Maybe a Marvel movie, one of those Marvels.
That'd be funny.
We haven't
Yeah.
seen a good.
We haven't
spoof
given seen
one.
a spoof. Just pornos.
Yeah.
No spoof.
Also
Yeah.
fun.
Well, we've seen the lead into one, kind of. They didn't really follow it, but in the multiverse, they did Spider Ham briefly.
That was a spoof.
That's a spoof off Spider Man.
What was it called?
Yeah.
Spider Ham.
That's when I had the pig.
Yeah.
The closest thing to that is probably The Boys.
That
Yeah.
does got a spoof feel to it.
Mhm. That's the closest thing I can think of.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But so,
Superhero be
so you're
fun,
going. But which ones are you
I'll go Black Panther.
Black Panther.
See,
That's
see if I
one.
can find. Black
You gotta do
Panther.
5.
It'd be really fun.
Black
actually.
Panther. Give me Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which one?
Infinity Wars.
Okay.
Good one.
And then I can go to Luke Cage.
Okay.
I want to keep it black.
Mm-hmm.
I need one more, right?
Yeah.
And X-Men, original X-Men.
Okay.
The first one.
Okay.
So you're grabbing all those characters.
Yeah.
You have a
And
huge
making
budget.
fun. Huge budget.
Oh, crazy budget.
A lot of funny
Yeah.
stuff to
Uh-huh.
do, especially with the black jokes.
Yeah.
If Wakanda was like niggas,
I'm gonna
Hey,
make
but
that very
doing a
niggerish.
Wakandan spoof, bro, doing a
Would
spoof
be
Black Panther,
great,
but it
yeah.
had to be just for us.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know what? I
Only we
hope?
can go see it.
The whites are getting it.
Only we can go see it. That's hilarious.
Thinking about it, I would do zombie movies.
Okay.
Okay. Which 5?
I'd probably do it as a TV show.
Okay.
I'd do The Walking Dead.
Mhm.
Okay.
Great.
Uh,
Great material to spoof off of.
Yeah.
You got 28 Weeks Later.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
You got
What was Will Smith's one?
what was the name?
Oh,
I forgot
what's
the
that
name.
called?
I Am Legend.
I Am
Legend.
Mhm.
You got the one where they can run fast.
That's 28
Z.
Weeks
Okay.
later.
World
Oh,
Z or
that was
something
Z
like
with
that.
Brad
World War Z,
Pitt.
yeah, that
Oh,
one.
World
That's
War Z.
terrifying. And then there's that good one on HBO, the series.
I'd also use the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. and his
Which one did
daughter.
Arnold
What
have?
time? Yeah.
He did the one where his daughter was changing. He was nominated for it.
For real?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
So his daughter was bitten, and he was trying to
Oh, keep her
stay
alive.
with her as long as she could,
Oh,
as long as he could before she turned.
Never heard of
I
it.
never heard
Oh,
of that.
somebody said it's Maggie. Is that what it's called?
I believe so.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Hey man, if my daughter changed, I just have a daughter vampire. I mean, daughter zombie.
That's what it
He's
was
gonna keep her
like.
chained up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it chained up. Hey baby.
You're naming scenes from the movie.
Hey, how's my baby?
But
Yeah, I
it
had a good
showed her
day.
in the process before she turned full.
Yeah. I'd just be feeding her half
Full
dogs.
Zomtard.
There you go.
Is that word? Zomtard?
People that
what?
heckled you?
Zomtard? When they go full Zomtard?
Zomtard. What?
Yeah,
Dang,
they're like,
what
What if she has to eat humans and not dogs?
Whatever. I'll just chop up some people. Some people who are already on the way out. I'll go to like one of those hospice.
They gotta be
hospice
alive though.
buildings.
They gotta be alive. So you can push some
They're
old
alive,
person
but
in there.
They're
Whatever.
comas.
You gonna push some old. Here you go.
No, if they're 80 and it's like, I've been smoking for them. Come on.
But that's what you're going to feed your kids?
Yeah. I'll probably give them some sleepy juice.
No,
They'll be like,
you don't want to have no nutrients.
well, I don't want to feed them someone in their prime.
Yeah.
Bro, if she eats like
When you
old
feed
people,
your
she's,
kid candy?
she's not gonna be healthy. She gotta still be.
Nah.
She's a zombie. She can be
a zombie.
fine. What do you
She's-
mean?
Yeah.
I can literally inject her with Ebola and she'd be like,
Yeah,
fine.
So what?
Nah, you got to, man. What, you going to let her wear the same clothes too? You
Certain
ain't gonna
dogs
dress
I'm
her
not
like-
going to go in and change it.
Yeah, you
her
can't
in all
change her.
Gucci. She can't be all Gucci.
You can't change it.
No, they be gnawing on it. No.
She's got to
Unless-
leave her bloody
unless-
garb.
Yes.
Unless what you call it, unless the darts
Holds her down.
worked,
Mm,
the
mhm.
like tranquilizers,
Yeah.
then you change her outfit.
There you go.
Nah, them don't work on
Yeah,
zombies.
just like,
Maybe.
It might work.
Maybe for a while. It's like, I got
Yeah,
2
just
minutes
enough.
to get
Just
in and get
enough.
out.
You do a test run first.
Hose her down real quick.
You do a test run
Put
first
her
to
in-
see
yeah,
how
I'll Take her
long.
out on walks.
Yeah, put the Hannibal Lecter mask on.
Yeah. Should be, you know.
Once you put the Hannibal Lecter mask, that's all you need. It's the bite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The bite is the only problem.
the scratches don't get you.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
what are you
I
going
thought
to
the
say? You're going to
scratches-
knock all her teeth out?
No.
Since it's the bite.
She's got to eat. Soup.
Applesauce, soups,
I'm not,
puddings.
I'm the what? No, I'm
People.
giving her the primus of human, bro. I'm
gonna
giving
give
her
her bones
filet
to play
cakes.
with?
Yeah, somebody's butt rump roast.
What about her
on.
birthdays? Are you still
But-
gonna sing happy birthday
Of
to her?
course. Of course. She's going to be 38. I'm like, happy birthday. Yeah.
Right. So you went
Little
zombie.
baby.
You went killer.
No,
no,
action,
Agent
John
Chaz
Wick.
went action.
You
I
went
went Marvel.
I think I'm gonna spoof. I'm trying to think what movies I watch the most.
Sports
You know,
movies.
rom-com, sports movies. Those are always good ones.
Yeah.
Rom-coms
You
be
watch
funny,
comedies
man.
the most, but those are hard
Yeah,
to
this is
spoof.
hard to spoof. Yeah.
Yeah, one of those teen movies. They did one of those. didn't
Not
they?
another teen movie so
Not
damn
another
funny,
teen
bro.
movie.
I think I would do sports movies
Yeah,
and then just make them ridiculous.
A
That
sports
would be
movie is
good.
great.
sports movie
okay,
would be
give
good.
me,
Which
give me,
Football?
well, sports. I'm gonna take them all.
yeah.
I'm gonna put them in a high school and then different situations. So I'm gonna go with He Got Game.
Good one.
I want to make fun of I'm gonna do He Got Game. I'm gonna do Above the Rim.
Okay.
White man can't jump.
White Man. Well, that's already kind of funny, but
Remember the
Oh, yeah, that
Titans?
is a comment.
Spoofing.
Remember the Titans.
Yeah, that was
3.
also
Remember the
great.
Titans.
That's 3.
What's the one with
Uh,
Samuel Jackson?
Coach Carter.
Coach Carter.
Coach
He
Carter.
beat Coach Carter.
That's a good one.
Coach Carter
Coach Carter.
and
He beat the coach, definitely. Samuel
You got one
Jackson
more.
as a
Are you doing Coach Carter?
that's 4 though.
That's 4. You need one more.
I'm trying to think what other sports movie I really like.
You said
Love
one
and
with
Basketball.
Jesus Shuttlesworth?
I would do that. I would do
Love
that.
and basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would do that. I would do Love and Basketball.
You said the one with Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Yeah, I
right?
said that off top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spoof a sports movie and just make the scenarios. I'll probably implement shit that really happened.
Yeah.
Because it was some wild shit that
I would
happened in
actually,
sports.
if you did a whole spoof of Colorado season, with like people hating on Travis Hunter's girlfriend, and
Oh, that's a movie. That whole
Shador,
season was a movie in itself. Yeah.
I haven't started the new one. I started the first episode of the new one,
I ain't gonna
season
lie,
3.
Didn't
Didn't
they
they
do
himself
a-
with 1 foot, half a toe, and shit?
They kind of did a spoof TV show, football, right?
Blue Mountain State. The one with, Paige was in.
Paige, yeah.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah,
It
was funny.
funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I remember that.
season 2 or the movie. One of them I didn't care for, but I remember
It
the
was
first
funny
season
at
was funny
first,
as hell.
yeah.
Yeah, it was funny at first. It was one of those. It fizzled out. I've been watching.
They started getting rid of people. Sometimes they switch shit up, and you're like,
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the old shows. I know that. So we finished Family Matters. We're done with it.
Mm-hmm.
And
You went
now
all the way
You
through.
watched
I
all
went
of it?
season 1 through
all the
Oh,
way.
what network? What they put us on?
all that shit is on Hulu now.
Oh, damn.
Didn't
And Jamie Foxx show is on Netflix. Like everything's back.
yeah.
And that's why I heard multicam's coming back because these things are hitting so hard.
Yeah.
And people like it. My kids love this shit.
Yeah, they'll multicam will come back. Like when Roseanne came back, all these multicam shows
Yeah.
came back. But then
Then
what?
they see it's weird
Yeah.
because multicams will come back, then they'll kill them all
Yep.
off. Like
Yeah.
right now, they were killing them all off. That's
Yep.
why you only see about
It just-
3 or 4 multicam.
you
shows.
start seeing them come back a little bit now.
Yeah.
But they just murdered a lot of them.
Yeah. But I think they're seeing the success on the streaming. And then they're like, well, but them shows hold up. Like I've been watching them.
Yeah.
I got to put Braxton up there with my favorite
Character-wise?
kid. Bro.
Braxton
like,
was hilarious,
he
bro.
is killing me. I'm watching Jamie Foxx. He's killing me. And I think multicam and sitcoms will smash again, but they have to bring back live audiences. That
Yeah.
made the show.
Right.
Why'd they stop with the live
The
audience? Or
live
cut back on
audiences,
them?
how
Well,
hard people
COVID
was laughing.
Definitely
Yeah.
slammed the brakes on, but
That's the biggest thing I saw.
a lot of times
Budget.
it's just time consuming.
Oh, it takes
Because
more.
you can
with the-
record the show, then you have to record more than half of it again in front of the audience.
Now, is it better? Do you get better results, better performances with a live audience there?
Depending on the performer. Sometimes the people listen to the audience. Sometimes people listen to the sound people for their laughs because the audience will one as a sign saying laugh.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
encouraged a lot.
But
There's
no,
a-
I remember being on the set of Marlon and people were legit laughing.
Yeah, that was because Marlon he loves an audience there. That's why he also wouldn't do the same take over and over again.
Yeah,
Every time
okay.
he was doing a different take because he just enjoyed playing for the audience.
Marlon would be out of breath. That show didn't get enough. Marlon would be out of breath.
Oh yeah.
That dude was working, dog. He
I'm
would do a
telling you,
scene and
bro.
be out of breath.
Watching these shows, I'm watching the live audience, how long the laugh lingers, for one,
Mhm.
their excitement with the show, and 2, how much energy it gave the actors. Jamie and them are trying to break each other.
Yeah.
Every scene. Martin and them trying to break each other. I'm watching Freshman. I'm like, that makes the show.
Yeah.
Like watching them try to hold their face, knowing this is fucking ridiculous. Like Braxton went off on one of the scenes. I mean, he was going insane. And Jamie sitting there like just trying not, and he's going, he went so into like his moment.
Yeah.
He wasn't even looking at Jamie. He was just going off, and Jamie eventually he broke the fourth wall and just looked into the camera and started laughing. And I'm like, this is great. This is great. Like,
Do you ever sit and wonder why when there's someone like Braxton or Waldo Faldo, how they come in and kill on TV, but then you don't see them in other projects?
Yeah.
Is that? I mean,
Yeah,
that's typecast, right? When they're
I don't know, but they murder it, and then
Yeah.
you
It's
don't
like,
see
why
them.
didn't
You're
people
like,
pick
why
them
didn't
up?
people pick them up? Because if they murdered it this way, I'm
Yeah.
sure
because
if
you
they
can't
put that
probably take
energy-
Braxton to everywhere. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you don't see Jeffrey from Fresh Prince on on too much anything.
He was killing too.
He
funny.
was
killing.
amazing
He was
on
funny
there,
as
but
hell.
he's always going to be looked at as.
I
that
saw Ed
butler.
O'Neill say this thing. He was cast to do Ed O'Neill from Al Bundy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He was cast to
GOAT.
do a
Little
movie.
Giants.
Yeah, he was cast to do a movie. It was a war movie, something like that. And when they did the screen test, everybody just saw Al Bundy.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were like, they couldn't take, he was doing the faces and trying to be serious, and they couldn't take him seriously. Because Little Giants fit Al
But
Bundy.
he wanted to do Little Giants to get away from Al Bundy, and he wanted to work with Rick Moranis. So
Yeah.
that's why he took that one.
But that fits his
He
wheelhouse.
wanted to play a guy who was like, I forgot because they did a thing.
'Cause he
on
was a
it.
dick in Little
Yeah.
Giants.
Yeah.
But if you kill in the movie, you could go do TV. But in TV, if you kill, you don't necessarily.
Translate to the movies.
It took him a long time to do another show. Honest, and he's the only person I know who's done 2 shows that have 10 seasons plus.
Cause I'm like, Jaleel killed
Yeah,
her.
she was amazing.
And
But-
I
No,
swear, if they
okay.
gave him another role, he would have
on the
put that same
rewatch.
energy.
On the rewatch. Now that I've gone through it, Jaleel was killing when he was little.
Mm-hmm.
When he like the show progressively got worse
Mhm.
and worse and
Mhm.
worse because it's like it's not funny no more.
Mm-hmm.
And
Also, you binged it. We used to watch things week to week, though.
yeah, but I mean you
But
could
there
see
was a point where it was like,
I
he's too
tapped out
old.
back
Well, he
then.
got
Well, that
grown.
that
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah, it was like, he's too old.
That is
When
I
he
tapped
was
out back
grown,
then.
and still stalking Laura.
Yeah, he's like, this is
He
called
moved in the house.
police.
Yeah, he moved in the house.
He
And then
did.
but it was just like you could see them forcing the fall. When he was little, one, he wasn't trying to do that voice as much. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
how he
yeah.
talked. And then the antics seem more natural.
Yeah.
When
They
they're
didn't let him
older-
just hit puberty.
You watched him force like one time he could have stood up straight, but he grabbed something and tried, and you're like, you're
Mhm.
watching this and you're like, this
Right.
is not funny.
Yeah.
And then you're watching him get older too, and you're like, yo, poor Carl, like this insurance, nigga. Like it's other stuff going on
breaking
too. And you're
shit.
like, damn, dude, like
I would blame the network for that because at first he was such a fresh breath of air when he
Yeah.
came
Uh-huh.
in
yeah.
to the point where they just filled the room with him, and it was like, all right,
It was
too
over-
much,
it was too much.
air.
But
We used to call her Urkel.
who goes out on top? You know what I mean? Isn't there always like a fall?
Will Smith.
Well, yeah, Fresh Prince they ended and it was still killing.
That's a show they were like,
Yeah.
you guys can do a 6th season, and people would have, or 7th season, people would have came back.
They were still killing. King of Queens was still
Wasn't
killing.
a lot of?
King of
Weren't they
Queens
having a
was
lot of
dramatic.
issues
That's
within
my-
themselves
that's
though
my
on
favorite.
Fresh Prince?
I don't know about the
It's one of my
end.
favorites.
They,
Yeah,
Tell
but
you.
I think they were having issues. They were.
they did when they replaced the wife. You know,
But I'm talking about who goes out like we're just happy. We're
Third
done.
Rock from the Sun,
They went out good.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld went
Yeah,
out
Seinfeld.
super on
Well,
top.
no,
People didn't like his final episode, but it was still funny in the last.
he wasn't having issues.
Curb was still.
Yeah, Curb was great.
Curb
no,
was good.
they
yeah.
gave him everything he wanted.
No, I'm
they were
talking
gonna
about,
give him like
Kramer.
$5 million.
an
I'm
episode.
talking about
episode?
Kramer. Kramer didn't cause any.
No,
They
He
were
would have,
happy to
nigga.
be alive.
no, they were getting that. They all made so much money.
Well,
they were
hey,
like,
If he
nah.
would have came,
here-
Kramer
now-
No,
would
here's
have
the
came
thing.
back.
Prime
Here's the thing.
example.
I know what you're gonna say.
Prime example
Yeah,
of a
go ahead.
guy who was amazing.
Uh-huh.
Probably an amazing actor. He had a chance to do his own show also. He
Kramer?
had a spinoff. Yeah, he
Yeah.
had a spinoff. Not a spinoff of that,
What's his
but
name?
his
He
His
had
real
his
name?
own show. Michael something.
Cosmo Kramer. I don't know.
Yeah,
Michael
Michael
something.
Richards.
Yeah.
Michael Nigger Sayer.
Yeah.
What was that? He crashed the fuck
He
out.
crashed
Oh,
out. That
yeah.
was Drake.
What's going
That
on
was if
here?
Drake was doing stand up.
He crashed out, bro.
If Drake was doing stand up, Michael Richards.
You
I'm
think
about
he
to break
would?
the backboard. Yeah, crash.
You know what? He had
Drake
said
is
something.
crashing out, bro.
Hey, look. That night he was bombing, and he said something that got a laugh. He tried to ride that too hard. You know what I mean? He said something that got a laugh in the crowd that he was just like, nah. And it's just like, yeah, you went.
We know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That
just-
bomb get hit,
is-
and you like, I'm taking
You know, it's-
everybody down with me.
That's around.
Probably some black dude in the corner that sensed blood, talking shit. You ain't fun. That's the worst thing you can hear as a stand-up comedian on stage and not have a. You're not.
Also, he
funny.
probably knew he wasn't funny. He knows he's like, I don't do this, dog.
He's
I
been
think the last
doing
10
that
years
for 30
killing-
years. He was a trained professional. He just
He's like, I don't do this. I have to do. He don't want to be doing stand up at the Laugh Factory. He does not want to be doing stand up at the Laugh Factory. He wants to be
wanted
on
back
set.
on that show. Yeah.
Yes, but everybody's catering to him. Do you need anything, Mr. Reed? Like catering, treating him like a god, right?
Yeah.
Because he was a huge part of that show. You needed him on that show.
Yes.
So now he's out here doing fucking stand up for
he
you
still
mongrels.
still
He
had
was making a lot of
millions.
money doing
He
stand-up.
still had a
That's
fat
why he
bank
was
account.
doing it, because he's like, I have this way of life now.
He
right?
started off doing stand-up. Before
He doesn't. He doesn't want to come back to this shit.
People love doing stand-up.
He's not a dude who loved it. You saw it. Did you not see his eyes?
I seen him after he made hundreds of millions of dollars.
How much was
on
I
stage.
don't know how much stand up he was doing in the 90s.
Well, towards
afterwards.
the end of Seinfeld, they were going to pay them $5 million an episode.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
So,
So
they
much
made
money.
so much money. They were like,
Jerry turned
We're
out
cool.
crazy bad.
Jerry said, "I'm good."
they just paid him $100 million for the syndication.
Right? Recently?
No, every time it syndicates,
Oh damn!
he gets his check. It may not be the $100 million. It may get lower and lower,
But it's something.
he's
crazy
getting a big,
bread.
nice lump. Some of them.
So I was looking for the questions, but they're all like sports. Trying to find some.
I got one from Miranda Cummings, which is
Okay.
also sports related.
What's up,
Okay.
Miranda?
Miranda asks, who are your top 3 explosive dunkers of all time? She gives her 3. Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, and Sean Kemp. She gives an honorable mention, but I hate mentioning honorable mentions.
Who
I
she
don't- I
mentioned
don't
for honorable
Yeah.
mention?
I'll tell you
That,
guys after.
that's cheating.
It's
getting
cheating. I hate
getting an
mentioning
extra.
honorable mentions.
Slam dunk
facts.
contest
Yeah,
or
especially-
in-game dunk?
It doesn't. She just said
And
explosive.
there's a difference
dunkers.
between
There is.
explosive and in-game.
There is,
Yeah.
but it just says explosive dunkers of all time.
Because explosive, that's
Well,
different.
I would say Vince Carter.
Vince Carter's fair.
For damn sure. I would say, see, it gets rough after.
I go
that.
Aaron Gordon for explosive, and then I'll go sleeper Gerald Green.
That's super sleeper
Gerald Green
because
was explosive as
yeah,
hell.
he was.
Yeah.
He got cheated. Not cheated, but people didn't give him the respect he deserved.
Oh, Gerald Green.
The one dunk he did that nobody seemed to care, and I was like, that's because y'all don't play. When he took his shoes off
Mm-hmm.
and jumped with no shoes on, I was like, that
Mhm.
court
Which is
is slippery
crazy.
as fuck.
Didn't he also
He just
blow
jumped
the
with
candle
no
out?
grip. Yeah, he blew
He
the
did.
candle
He
out.
blew the
He jumped with no grip, and I believe he went through the legs. I can't remember. I got to rewatch it. But I'm like, y'all don't know how hard that he didn't. He had
Yeah.
socks on.
Mhm.
Like, do y'all know how hard that is
To
And
run on the basketball
Yeah,
court
and
with
nobody seemed
no-
to care. And
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, bro, like this is hard. Explosive.
Explosive, I'll go quick. It'll be Dominique Wilkins,
Explosive.
Yeah.
I'll get that.
Daryl Dawkins.
I don't remember Daryl.
He used
He
to
was
break
just-
the backboard.
Yeah,
He
I
was
remember
strong.
The Thunder. They call him the Thunder for
Shout out
down
Thunder.
under.
Thunder.
Chocolate
Yeah,
Thunder, yeah.
Thunder from down under.
You know what, man? I was
That's
close.
that's the
I
strip
was
joint in Vegas, right? You got these niggas on your mind.
Oh, Amir,
I
don't know
was
the
close,
thing went
Craig.
You know what I'm saying?
on. I'm with you. I'm with you with Dominique.
I'm with you with Dominic. Daryl Dawkins. Thunder.
No, Dominique was crazy to watch.
And then I go, who else used to come 2 hands? Crazy. Oh, and Vince. I'll just do
Yeah,
those.
You know
Vince.
what? You know what? I'm gonna go
Honorable
all. I'm
mention,
gonna go all
Tracy
little
McGrady.
guys. I'm gonna go Rose, Ja, and Westbrook.
Oh.
I'm gonna pick all little guys.
Hey, John's
Rose-
hops are crazy.
Rose,
forgot
Ja,
about Ja.
and Westbrook.
He's had so many dunks since he said he wasn't gonna dunk.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, is it that easy? To
I
Rose
like
was
I like
crazy.
seeing the little
Rose
guys
was crazy
just
and
get
Josh
up.
crazy.
And John's crazy.
And Rush is just,
Russ, I don't.
Russ, I've
tries
seen
to
Russ
break.
jump out of control. Though. I just feel like Russ is
He
too
just runs
athletic.
super
He's
fast.
for his
so
own body.
explosive. Like he just boom. And he's
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Like that one he did in OKC. When he screaming, like
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what the? I didn't even think he was gonna dunk that.
Yeah.
So I'm going with all the 6'3s and unders.
Quentin Richardson was a dude that I watched a lot because I think he went to Michigan State. Not
Don't-
Darius
no,
Miles.
that's
Don't
No,
give
they
me-
both,
they
those
both
two.
did that.
They both did it.
Did it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
remember
was
Darius Miles.
That was
their
their
duo.
thing.
That was their
What they
duo.
call them? I'm gonna say something else.
Yeah.
Suspect. Bang Brothers.
I don't remember watching.
Bang
No,
Bros?
Where
wasn't
should
Bang
do that?
Bros.
What was it
Oh,
called?
doing the dunk contest.
What were they called, bro?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Bang
don't know.
Bros.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
both
I
of
remember
them
the
on the Clippers.
But I wouldn't have him as an explosive
No, I
dunker.
wouldn't either. He shot threes mostly.
Yeah, I think you got your people. You mean Jason Richardson?
From the Warriors.
From the Warriors.
Jason
Yes,
Richardson.
from the
Yeah,
Warriors.
he did go to
From the
Michigan
Warriors.
State.
You
That's
did.
why, that's why I took my
Jason
time.
Richardson, yeah.
Because I was like, I don't
Yeah,
want to get his
IQ
name
rich.
mixed
He
up.
also
I
went
was
to
like,
Steve
yeah.
Jason
Nash.
Richardson
Yeah,
was
Jason Richardson.
That's why
very,
Chaz was
very
confused.
explosive.
Yeah, I was like, I've never seen him do that.
Yeah.
That's the one that got Steve Nash's wife pregnant.
That was the
Jason
thing
Richardson?
said. Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I'm
He-
sure
He didn't know either. till she got-
Apparently the story was the baby came out and they was like, who black baby is
Oh,
is
word?
this? Yeah.
And at
Oh.
first
But-
he thought it was Barbosa.
Yeah, because the story
That's
is,
what I remember.
So the story is Nash's wife was sleeping with everybody.
Uh-huh.
Oh, poor Nash.
Like everybody.
He was known for passing.
So that's the story. So they didn't know who they could have been.
Oh, man.
We all had a turn. We were all in the room. It was dark.
So Jason Richardson.
Jason Richardson was a dude I was
Very
like,
explosive.
Yeah, he was explosive. Yeah, Michigan State.
I watched this dude do a 360 right underneath the hoop. Like nothing.
His dunk contest is underrated too.
Oh, he was phenomenal because he had no
blew
one else
everybody- he
really
blew everybody out the
there was
water.
no one else
Yeah.
in there.
He
that
did
you
the
can remember.
reverse through the legs, backwards. He did that. He
Yeah,
killed that
yeah.
dunk contest.
Mhm. In Oakland too.
Yeah.
Sean Kemp, I can't imagine somebody who had
He was
more
windmilling
highlights.
on people.
Yeah, dog. Like
Sean Kemp was very
the
explosive.
highlights. But once you brought up Ja,
Be out there, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even think about Ja. He's very explosive.
that I
Super.
mean, it's crazy.
I didn't even go that much into the
And
new
the thing, the
players.
difference between Ja is explosive in game too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
And he wants it.
Mm-hmm.
He wants you to be there. He's looking to
He
take
goes
your head
for it.
off. Yes.
Like, cause the reason why I didn't pick Levine is because
Levine.
yeah, his is smooth as shit.
It's smooth, and sometimes they come up a little soft.
It don't
It's-
look like he's a. I don't
he don't
remember
look like
a
he's
great
trying.
Yeah.
in-game.
But he
dunks
jumps
that
out
I've
the
seen.
damn gym.
Yeah.
But it's not
insane,
explosive.
but it's
He
just,
used
Ooh,
to.
you know
it's
what?
beautiful. That's why he won.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what I'm
his
gonna put in
shit
there?
Nice.
Blake Griffin.
I was gonna say Blake
I'm putting in
yeah.
Blake.
because his shit was powerful.
Blake
has
in his
legendary
Prime
dunks,
Blake,
dog.
Clippers Blake.
Clippers Blake.
That dude has legendary dunks.
Lob
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
Lob City was
Yeah.
crazy.
Blake's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
Lob City
Can we
was
do
crazy.
honorable mentions?
Yeah.
Nah,
now
go
we,
ahead.
did everybody go already?
Yeah.
Now we can do some honorable mentions.
T Mac.
Yeah, she had T Mac as honorable. Was that on her list?
Can we do Zion?
Zion.
We forgot about Zion that
You
quick.
taking
Taking all the
always
good
hurt.
honorable mentions, bro.
He always
I'm
hurt.
just
That's
throwing
why.
out. There's a lot of them out there.
Hey,
always hurt.
That's Zion's a
But
great
you can't
one.
take nothing from Zion, though, bro.
Yeah.
J.R. Smith. Can we throw
He's
him in
explosive.
there?
He's underappreciated, explosive.
He done caught 360 alley oops.
Yeah, he did a lot of dope stuff.
She had T Mac, Shannon Brown,
Yeah,
and Nate
very
Robinson.
close.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about
Michigan
Brown.
The other
State.
dude I watched at Michigan State.
Yeah, I
Michigan
forgot about
State.
Shannon Brown.
He was a
bro.
Laker. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Very explosive.
But I remember watching him at Michigan State being like, God damn. dog.
Yeah, he go
Jesus.
for it.
And then Nate Robinson, who another
Yeah.
6 feet under guy, but
Well, McClung got that title right now.
how tall is he?
6'2".
He's
Yeah.
6'2".
If that.
If that, yeah, if
It's
that.
like a good day. I
Yeah,
thought
he
he was
looked
like
regular.
5'11".
Yeah. He's at least 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's 6'1".
On paper,
Yeah.
they 6'1" means you're 5'2".
Well, I think they have him listed at 6'2". That's why I think he's 6'1".
What's crazy is his high school dunks look
Were
better
crazy.
than the
Were
NBA ones he
crazy.
does.
Mm.
Same with Aaron
See,
Gordon.
He got
Once
money.
you-
He got money to lose now. He
Yeah.
can't just be.
Well, those
taking
are
every
push off
gamble.
dunks, so I kind of don't give him as much credit because I understand what he's doing, but
Yeah.
it looks good.
Mhm.
It's good for TV. But
That's
I,
what the show is for.
I prefer just the ball and the basket. I don't need
Yeah.
you jumping over nothing. I
Well,
don't need you-
his jump over a car was different than Blake's. Because
definitely.
remember,
was.
Blake had like the hood, and it was
Yeah.
like he had a lot of room.
Yeah.
But he did a real dude in the sunroof.
He failed. He almost ended his career
Yeah.
falling.
Yeah.
Not only did he jump over the car,
It was a
dude
clear
in the
jump. It was a
sunroof,
clear jump.
Yeah.
He cleared that car.
and he went backwards too on it. I was
Explosive.
like, that was pretty crazy. Yeah,
Who else do we got? Dwight Howard used to bang pretty hard.
for sure.
Yeah, but he's hella.
Well, Shaq,
I don't think knocking on wood and pause is the same.
Shaq used to give it to the hole.
I ain't say all that.
You did.
Can't knock on wood.
No, I'm just saying. He did used to bang pretty
That's
hard.
not a knock on wood.
It's like the pause.
Yeah. Let's
Those are-
see.
those are great
Spud.
Nah.
I mean, to get up there, you have to explode.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
I mean, like,
Ratio wise, if
He,
you
and
like,
he had some 1 foot in gamers too.
if you go like, yeah, was this dude 6 foot?
He was
no.
explosive though.
I was
for sure
explosive,
Spud,
bro.
Sure,
like
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
Nate catching people.
Yeah, Nate caught some.
I didn't see
Nate caught
Spud
somebody.
catching
Nate's
anybody.
blocking
On
on
the
y'all
fast break,
minions.
everybody screamed "Yay!" like he's a girl about to dunk, but he ain't doing nothing special.
Who Spud?
Yeah, fuck
Nah,
that.
Spud.
Spud
Man,
shit
wasn't
was,
special.
Yeah,
was
that
dope.
Pisha
man.
on the side.
Yeah, Spud. Yeah, I don't know.
I used to think his fade was fucked up. They're like, nah, baby, that's out of
That's what it was.
Why did they just? Well, it wasn't a thing back then. But if Spud was like
He left the
popular now, they would have
pyramid.
just tapered that.
Nah, because he had
It
a
was
spot,
gone, but they could
and
have
was
tapered it
still-
though. They could have tapered it.
They coulda
lined
blended
up
it.
Yeah,
underneath.
that's what I'm saying. They could have tapered that.
They could have blended
Now
it.
they could have been a ball taper.
He put too much press on it.
They
Too
blend
much-
KD. KD was blended good in All-Star game. I just okay.
Oh yeah, he
got a
finally
haircut?
brushed his
Yeah.
hair. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He ain't got the pepper fields no more.
KD look like he just wake up and hoop. Like ain't no lotion involved. And
still,
no cuts.
Just play ball.
He's on Twitter and he hoops.
That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody I think that the '90s. We talk about like the eras of which one was better basketball, and I was like the '90s had more characters. Like I don't see the antics that I did then. Draymond's
can't.
right. Draymond's the only
Everything's
one.
fine.
No, there's more than Draymond.
Oh, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
But the
He don't
antics in
count.
these
Nobody
days
cares about
were,
Dylan
were
Brooks,
killing.
so.
Charles Barkley was fun.
Yeah.
Rodman was
But they
nuts.
didn't get fined for that.
Muggsy was 5'3". You're like, you're
Yeah.
watching the
Yeah, the
spectacle.
fines are too much to fight
Bowl
somebody.
Bowl. I mean,
Yeah.
Manute Bowl. You're
yeah.
watching the freak out here.
I agree,
After the
Chaz.
dude-
It was
But-
like you
but
had
they
the-
can't. I agree with you.
But I just
They
even
can't.
mean even the players like watching when like you have Wemby now,
yeah.
right? But I'm like Wemby just got here. We haven't like Manute Bowl. We were just like, look at this.
There was remember there
Dude
was
from
Manute,
Africa.
there was Manute, there was Marathon,
Yeah,
there was all
you were
those tall
watching
freaks. You're like, what
freaks.
the
Freak,
hell
they
is
would have been in a
this?
circus. if they
Sideshow.
were.
Sean
Yeah.
Bradley.
Sean Bradley
Yeah.
just getting dunked on
And
all
then,
the time.
all the time,
All the time. 7'6", nobody
he
cares.
had a permanent dick print on his face. Just from all
Nobody
the guys.
cared.
Now Rick Smith was
He was good. He
hooping.
was good. He was like he wasn't
How tall was he?
7'4".
Then you
Oh,
had
Rick was- yeah, he was
Yeah,
taller
he
than
was
7.
tall as
yeah.
hell.
then you
Yeah.
had Spud Webb, you had Muggsy, you had like the opposite
I
end.
the
remember
Keith
dunk
Bogans
with
and
him
all
in
the
the
guys.
game.
Earl Boykins.
Earl Boykins. He was probably in 2000s.
Yeah, he was.
He was
like
early
that.
2000s.
Eastern
Keith
Michigan.
Jennings was back then with the Warriors.
Yeah,
I remember
KJ.
him.
How
Not
tall was
Brandon
KJ?
Jennings.
KJ was 6'1".
Yeah, his little guy.
Yeah.
You know.
So what do you think they need to do to because it's clearly a decline in the NBA viewers right now?
So like you had Jordan
What
who
needs
was
to
like,
happen?
oh, right. You
One.
had Jordan, and then you had the debauchery of the league,
Yeah.
and the only one who does that I see is Draymond. That you go like, dang, Draymond's out of the game
Because he'll eat the money.
But everybody else, I go like, hey, this is what it used to be. In 90s, I don't think 90s was huge on fights like the 80s, right?
What you
It was
mean?
around.
That was the.
But you can still
Detroit-
have
This is when it started going down in
was
the early
that
90s.
The big fight in Detroit.
Mouse in the
but it was
Palace.
one
That
time.
was later. Yeah.
These guys was fighting all the time.
You could have
before.
crash outs still
One
in the
time
90s.
it
You
ran
can't do
out
it now.
into the audience. That was the biggest.
Yeah.
That
I
I've
mean,
ever
I'm just
seen.
saying it was the one, and that banned a lot, right? You
Yeah,
can't leave
and
your.
then just a couple years ago, was it Stewart chasing LeBron around? They
Yeah.
had
Nah,
to shut every-
he's a crash out. He is. A
But it's something
fucking
he's missing
lunatic.
though.
Pistons.
He's like
He's
really
just not a star about it.
Yeah,
Like, back in the day, the
he be
stars,
serious. Like
Right.
Rodman and Barkley and them were stars.
Right.
And they
Yeah.
still were crash
This is the
outs.
difference that I
Yeah.
see.
But Doug Christie and
remember
Rick
that.
Fox,
I
that was
remember
a
that.
That was a good
crash
fight,
out.
That
yeah.
was that was in
He
the
ran around
playoffs,
the back. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
was in the
when
playoffs.
Child
Also
sucked out Kobe.
2000s.
though. Yeah.
Oh,
With the
yeah,
two
remember
piece
that?
baby.
Yeah, 2000s.
2000s.
But I'm like, we had regular antics in the night. It was fun to watch.
Reggie and Jordan with the
Yeah,
hand in the
choke.
face.
Yeah, all kind of stuff. Oh yeah, the choke.
But all that is fine now. All of it's fine.
even though and they probably got fined back then.
Well,
Yeah, but-
Draymond, if we can't have those type of things,
They're
Draymond
fine.
slid pool.
Like if Dylan Brooks was good, I'd be like, hey man, he's fun to watch.
He's missing the
He is
personality.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, of
You gotta
course.
have
he
per-
is.
you gotta have
Everybody-
personality
every
match.
person-
He
yeah,
played
every-
on the Canadian Olympic
Yeah,
team.
every-
Sure.
he is, but
How
he's
hard
not
is
a
that to
star.
make?
What you mean?
How hard is that to make?
They got the best
They got
player
3
in the
players.
league.
Shy. Who else?
That's the best player in the league right
Okay,
now.
who else?
Barrett, Barrett
Wiggins,
from
Wiggins been a
Detroit.
shell of himself. He ain't been the same player since they won a championship.
RJ Barrett be balling.
Yeah.
he was balling.
For the Canadians, not for the Knicks.
No, he's
He's
killing.
not
it.
on the Knicks.
He's on
No,
Toronto.
Where's he at
He's
now?
on
Toronto.
Toronto.
Oh, he went back
He
home.
be
He went back
killing.
home. That's why he got rejuvenated.
Yeah, he be killing.
I
He
feel
got
bad for
that
him.
syrup in him.
Yeah.
Started killing.
But SGA,
That's Jada.
Oh,
Best
of
player in the
course.
league,
Yeah.
low-key, yeah.
But if you name the men's, the USA Olympic, you can name the France Olympic team. Probably had just as many dudes.
They
who
did.
was
France got- had
killers.
a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Serbia, them cats be out here killing.
Was that that's Jokic?
That's Jokic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Did you see those clips of the basketball in Serbia?
no.
With the fire in
Yes.
the crowd, man.
Oh, they
That
be
shit look
lit,
crazy.
huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
The only thing we
for
have
sure,
here to
literally.
compare is college. College is fun.
They had flames in the background.
Just
It looked
like
like
the-
an
like the
NFL
soccer
game.
game?
Yeah, it was
It
crazy.
looked like a
It was crazy.
WWF.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Fire
I
flames
wanna play
coming
in
I'd
out.
play there.
It
What was
was
the
fun as hell.
one country that doesn't even have a basketball court in that country, a basketball gym, and they had to be flown?
One of them
over?
African countries.
Yeah, and they went far.
Cameroon
They went
or
far.
something.
They went far.
Oh, they beat? Didn't they almost beat us?
They had the all black jerseys.
I thought they had the all black team. Yes.
I forgot who it was.
I don't know.
Sudan.
It might have
It
been.
was. I think it was Sudan.
It was one
'Cause they almost
wanna
got
be
us.
offensive.
Why did Joel Embiid choose to play with the United States team?
Who?
Joel Embiid. Didn't he choose to play? Didn't he win the Olympics? Didn't he win?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were giving him flack.
he's been here long enough.
No, I felt like
He has
was
like
cheating.
citizenship in 3 3 places.
I'm like, you don't sound American whatsoever, which is
No,
fine,
he doesn't.
right? Which is fine. But I'm like,
Speak American.
Yeah, you're not from here, which
Well,
is fine.
everybody over 7 feet has that
No,
voice.
there's a difference between this and the difference between I shoot ball, I run, I play. Big difference than that. I was like, yeah,
Yvonne make basket.
yeah.
I don't know, but I remember I text Keon with this last All-Star game because it was supposed to be people out the country versus us, right?
Yeah.
Why was Donovan Mitchell playing with the other team?
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Isn't he Canadian?
No,
No, he from here.
he's from the States. He's from like Jersey or something.
Oh, it's the worldwide team. So it's here and around the world.
But DC texted me. I was like, I don't know. I ain't watching that
Yeah,
shit.
I
I text Keon. He was like, I ain't watching this shit. I said, touche.
Everybody's like,
I
isn't
shouldn't
Trey
be either.
Elliott-
I don't know anymore.
Isn't Trey Young from like
No,
Connecticut? or
no,
some
no.
shit?
Trae Young's from the States.
Yeah, but
Oh, I
he
thought
was
you were
on
talking
the,
about
he was
Canada.
on the
Trey
worldwide.
Lyles is
Right.
from
He was on
Canada.
the red team too, right?
Yeah, but they were like, he was a replacement.
Yeah.
I mean, are you using like your roots? Or are you going
Oh.
like, well, my family's.
So
Not
Donovan
many,
could have been a
yeah.
replacement.
Or just voted on for the worldwide team because it's worldwide, so a U.S. included.
It can't be. That's the whole defeats
Right.
the
That's
whole
the whole.
purpose.
That defeats the purpose.
USA
Because
part of the
Canada
world?
and hockey, Canada and the U.S.
Oh,
went at
man.
it. 3
Did you
fights
see
in the
that?
first.
That was crazy.
Who
They
won?
went.
Oh, yeah.
U.S. won 3-1.
All right.
They fought in the first
3 minutes. First
It was like 2
30
minutes, 3
seconds.
fights.
had
Why
Yeah.
don't
3
they
fights.
let basketball players fight like that?
Every sport should get a chance to square
Because
up.
you don't
Absolutely.
have padding on.
Yeah.
So it's be even
And they're
better.
going to
That
slow
ice
up
is
that
hard,
hockey
though.
thing. Yeah,
I'd rather get knocked out on the wood than ice.
And then they
Whoa.
come
No,
in
because you got
Whoa.
instant healing. You just land on the ice, you get knocked
ice,
out.
that ice be hard.
It's not even gonna swell.
Hey dog, you should be
You'd
able to
rather
square up in
knock out on
basketball,
the
and then
wood.
you should get ball out for whoever wins in 2 points per sock out.
Ball out, y'all get ball.
Y'all get ball if you knock the dude out. You get ball up, and you get 2 points.
What they should do is like foul, whatever. If you fight, 2 minutes in the back, in the hallway, come back.
Yeah.
But we got to see it though.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna see the fight.
There's a camera, there's a cage, you running and locked behind you.
They been there. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to see it. We need to witness
People don't
it.
appreciate how fun hockey is. Seriously,
I've never been to a live hockey game.
it's fun.
I can
dog.
imagine it. It's crazy.
It's fun.
And the closer you're up to, you hear the cats hit the
No.
glass. Like, it is
we
fun.
sat behind the goal. When that puck hits the glass, you don't even see it.
You be like,
hear
you be
pop.
scared?
You're like,
Oh, bro.
Hell yeah, you scared? You like and hearing that slap shot, bro?
I want to go to a hockey game.
It's fun.
We
I
went
heard
to
it's
a
fun.
Calgary game, and that's when they had the black dude that fought the
Oh,
most in
yeah.
the league history.
Yeah. It was a goon.
When a white fights a black in hockey, is it racist?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all racist.
It's low key racist.
Is it?
But it's good.
Get my hands on this nigga. Been looking at him skate around here.
But them
this
niggas
whole
is
time.
like,
Come
oh,
on,
we
you
came for
ice
this.
monkey.
We came for this. Yeah.
ice monkey.
Get on your ice monkey.
Jesus. What's your response to that?
You snow coon.
Snow coon?
Ice monkey.
Ice monkey and a
coon.
snow
monkey,
coon?
snow coon. I've been working on my races.
Hey, I'm out the league. If you hit me with snow coon and ice monkey, you got it, dog. I got nothing. I got nothing for
Come
you.
on.
They got so many
Baboon
better
on
racial
blades.
slurs for us than we got for them.
There's not enough things that hurt white people's feelings like that.
should
Cracker
be
ain't
making
Other
nothing.
than
me
calling them
laugh.
racist. They
Don't-
go, I'm not racist.
Calling them racist, and I think the only thing that makes them mad is calling a white person white trash, because that's what rich white people call poor white people.
Yeah.
He's like, you're white trash. And they're like, oh, that's the only thing I've ever seen get somebody in
Probably
a-
from
in a
another
tiff.
white.
But from another
us,
white, yeah.
They'd be like,
I've never really like
tomato, tomato.
Yeah,
If it was a good one, I would laugh. I'd have to enjoy it. I used to go on the racist sites and laugh at some of the jokes
It's
if
hilarious.
it was
Wrong with
funny.
you?
If it was, I'd be like, oh, that was a good one.
Listen,
Ice
Yeah.
monkey's hilarious.
That's
Ice monkey and snow
That's a
coons.
good
Snow
idea.
coon's funny.
It's very funny.
If
Hey,
someone
man.
called me that on the ice skate,
I
rink,
snicker. I'm like,
it just depends on if they were
But you gotta
aggressive
hold.
with it.
You gotta hold the mad though.
ice monkey, bro.
What's up, you ice monkey?
and he knows that was fire. He knows
And he throws a
just
banana,
killed.
and the banana slides across the ice, like Mario Kart.
He know he had a banger, bro.
Yeah.
He'd be like, all right. Yeah, not
Would you
just-
rather take racism in hockey or racism in soccer overseas?
Give me that hockey.
Where am I playing at?
You name it.
Am I
soccer.
in the States?
I don't want to
See,
be
and
nowhere
overseas, it's
Overseas
the whole
soccer, baby.
audience,
Yeah, I don't
though.
want. I don't want.
Yeah.
because I gotta
On
go
hockey,
home,
it's a
bro.
player on
Like, I want to make it home.
Where I'm at matters.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
An N-word chant is
That's
very
fine.
loud.
Where am
Yeah.
I? Am I
Signs
home?
where they painted
Yeah.
nigga N-I-G-G. If 5
I'm
of y'all got
good.
together and made that
I'd be more worried about leaving the house.
That's what I'm
leaving the
saying.
stadium, getting to the crib, my house being bombed or something.
shit.
Like,
Made it
because
to the
like you
stadium.
got to think about it in hockey, right? That's a Canadian sport,
Yes.
right? So even if
Nice,
they're being,
very nice people for the most
even
part.
if they're being racist, like after I'm like, why y'all say that? They'd be like, sorry. Like it
I'm
wouldn't.
sorry, yeah.
It wouldn't
Hey,
like.
get in your head, mates.
Yeah, but after and overseas, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good.
I'm not taking
I've
this shit.
I've seen a black dude cry overseas over being called something over there.
Like I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
And
I
it's not just a name calling. Are you really? I don't want y'all coming on the field. I want to make it out of here.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know the
they crazy, bro.
dynamics. I go like I don't know the dynamics.
They
I know soccer
crazy.
fans are nuts. If I'm in the States, I know that they're gonna have a image of you doing this, and someone's gonna find your name and they're gonna fire you. There's a repercussion.
Over there is no repercussion.
I can't
Nah.
imagine.
No.
Over there, it might be the referee calling you.
Yeah. Listen here, nigga. Use a red card. Shit.
When the
Oh,
audience
that's a
has
tough one.
chants, it really
Chants
is
is
like,
wild.
really?
They have racist
Y'all got together
chants.
for this,
Yeah.
and y'all know the words to
They've been
this.
practicing
Y'all
since middle
practice?
school. Yeah. There's a dance to it too.
Chimp, monkey. What the hell?
And then you gotta sit there and be like, oh yeah, what's the play we're going on?
Wait, why is monkey so offensive?
I tell you, it happened in football.
Because I
a
mean,
lot.
they say we look like monkeys.
What's offensive about that? Some monkeys are cute. No,
What cute monkeys you see?
The little babies.
I didn't say fine.
The little baby, the little
the
baby chimps are
monkeys.
cute. The little
They're
baby,
cute for monkeys.
yeah.
For a monkey, yeah.
Bubbles was cute.
For a monkey, sure.
Yeah, for a monkey.
I go, oh, it's a cute monkey. But I can't be like, oh, he's like my little darling baby. Look at that. It looks like my
I
daughter.
just don't
Nah,
like
man, I
Graham
seen a little
the other
baby
day.
gorilla.
I seen a pregnant monkey with big titties. I was like, oh, okay.
I've seen that before.
Something
actually.
like
that
monkeys.
shit was
some,
crazy.
some of them be having big shit.
You see,
It's
girls
weird,
will
bro.
call
It's
a
hella
turtle
weird.
cute. Look at a cute turtle.
At least you admitted it. Thank you,
It's
kid.
weird.
That's a
No, I've
different-
seen it. I wasn't into it.
Just
Yeah, I've seen
yesterday,
it.
I was like,
A
oh, that's some big
reptile
titties.
versus a monkey cuteness is different.
Somebody would call anything cute.
No,
It doesn't
but-
make
so,
it cute.
But
What reptile you
ever?
ever heard called
Right.
cute?
People be like, oh, look at the turtle. He's so cute.
The baby, yeah, any baby,
Look at
anything,
the
people be calling
velociraptor.
it, be calling it cute. Baby things they just call cute.
You ever seen a bald eagle? Things is horrible when they're born. Ugly
No one,
as
no one
shit.
ever says a bald
No,
eagle's
I've
cute.
never
Look
heard
at this
that.
little
Not a
thing.
baby.
Nah.
Nah, them things are
They
disgusting.
look like the president.
It look like what?
They look like the president.
They got
Bald
little-
eagles look like every old president. George Washington looks like a bald eagle. They look like the president. Every bald
Biden
eagle.
definitely looked like
He
a
looks
bird.
like a bald
He
eagle.
definitely looked like a bird. He definitely looked like the bird. He for sure looked like a bird.
Oh, that's funny. Trump looks like a bird squinting all the
Yeah,
time.
they
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? It's the comb overs with their pointy noses, and they all look like birds.
That's funny.
We gotta start calling them birds. They gonna
Yeah,
call us
man.
monkeys. Shut
Yeah.
your bald eagle ass.
It's the reason why the American eagle represents.
That's hilarious.
Look like the
It's the
president,
white
man.
hair, that silver
So
hair.
he's turned to the side.
Yeah, the silver hair and the
and they
pointy
come out
nose.
looking old. The babies look old as shit.
Yeah, they do.
but a
good.
monkeys can be cute. Not say fine, but cute.
I mean, I don't think they're.
I don't- I
Y'all ain't
don't
seen a
know.
baby
Throw
gorilla.
bangs on an orangutan. You'd be like, ooh.
All right, I see what you're saying.
Look into the
I
eyes of a
see
baby
what
gorilla.
you saying.
So one of the little Cheryl curls back in the day, how Cheryl always had her hair done.
I'd be terrified to. You said look in the eyes of
Of a baby gorilla. Oh,
of a baby one.
a baby gorilla. They're cute.
Oh, okay.
Put some lashes on it.
All right.
Where you go? Where you gonna be, Chaz?
But
we're
that's
going
a good
this way?
question. Why
Yeah,
is
look,
monkey
look.
offensive?
Why is monkey?
Because it's just disrespectful. You're just saying I'm
Calling
not
me a
Oh, I
human.
remember
primate
dude called me a
somebody-
monkey. When I worked at IHOP, Mexican called me a monkey. I was like, hey, bro, I need that by the dishwasher. I took him in the back. I said, I need that.
He
from
was
you,
he
bro."
was a customer.
No, we were co-workers.
Oh, y'all scrap?
Oh,
He didn't want it.
Yeah.
And I was
He's
like,
like,
hey,
no
man.
monkey.
Yeah.
I
You're
said,
like,
call
damn,
me
you
a
got
monkey
away with
again.
it.
I took my little apron off.
Yeah.
I said, call
What did he say?
me.
No, no,
little
no.
chef
You know what I'm
hat
saying?
on.
He started laughing. I said, call me a motherfucking monkey again.
You know what's
bro.
interesting though?
He said, no mas, no mas.
Here's he
Ran
probably
off.
could have meant it horrible. Their nicknames for each other are always bad though. If
Really?
you're fat, if you're fat, that's your name is Gordo.
Gordo?
They call
Uh-huh.
you Gordo.
or a
Yeah,
birthday
they're-
guy.
Yeah.
Whatever your name is or what you look like, that is what they call you. It's like the worst kind of things. They would just call
Yeah.
you that.
Monkey.
I
you
was
saying he looked like a
19.
monkey?
I get you.
No,
Yeah.
16.
But we have a
full of strength.
I have a nephew. They just call him
Call
Fat
me
You
Boy.
had that
a
You're
monkey
right.
strength.
again, bro. I had
You're
that
right.
I got a
monkey
baby
strength.
on the way, nigga.
I said, call me a
Two.
monkey again,
You're right.
bro. I was eating out the bus tub. That I didn't. You know I didn't care.
That's
If you
the one they
left a
throw the
good,
plates
if you
in.
left a good wing in that bitch. Peace. nigga. I was crazy at that
DC
time.
was down
I was
bad,
finna-
bro. What, you in college or something?
Oh, high school. I was eating
the
out
one
the
they
bus
just dump
tubs. I
fluid
had
in
no
and
money
stuff.
for food. I was like, bet. You didn't eat that. You didn't finish your wing, nigga, bet.
That's just
Call me a monkey again.
What if he saw you eat out the bus tub and that's why he called you a
hey,
monkey?
hey, man.
He had a
It's
monkey.
my
fucking
business.
He had a banana in
Because
your
DC
hand.
was probably over here like this. And
He's like, look at this
hunched
fucking animal over here.
Call
I'm
me
like,
a
DC,
monkey again.
They safe. They safe.
Yeah, he called him a
Look at the
monkey
monkey.
based off what he
I
saw.
said,
You
I
heard
need
that?
that, bro.
Hilarious, man. So we're gonna go this way.
Let's do it.
Chaz, where you at?
By the time you guys watch this, I have already killed San Jose Improv, and I'm here in Dallas at Plano, Texas. I think I
There
finally
you
said
go.
it right.
I like Plano.
Plano, Texas, with Miss Shantae Wayans for one show. Our Boise show was supposed to be it got moved because the Wayans are
Congrats.
being
Yeah.
honored by the NAACP.
Yeah,
How many of y'all
man.
going?
All of us. Well,
I mean,
not
that's-
all of us.
that's-
You
that's a
mean
lot.
going on stage?
Well, yeah, because in the picture they had the 5 and then Damon. But are you going? Are your brother going? Is Shantae going? Is Damien going? Like who's?
Me,
generational.
Damien, Shantae,
Second generation.
Damon Jr., and then the first generation.
Okay.
That's big, bro.
I mean,
Congrats.
it's crazy.
Congrats, Macri.
Hell
Appreciate
yeah.
it, man.
And it's long
How
overdue.
did y'all pick who gets to go? Accomplishments or what?
I seen the post, and that's when I even I heard it brought up a couple times, but then
Yeah.
I seen the post.
So you had to ask like first come first serve.
No, they were communicating. I don't know with who, but then I heard it through conversation, and then I seen the post, and I guess that's their agencies do those posts.
Mm-hmm.
So then I seen it. Then I seen Lil Damon's post, and he was like, "Oh, they can't put me in it without Damien and Craig." Then I seen later that it was gonna be all of us.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, well deserved, long overdue.
Hell yeah, long
First family of
overdue.
comedy, man. Yeah. Family, yes.
Black
No.
family.
Yeah.
Black family, maybe.
Okay. There's white
But
families.
Harpo, the Grouches, what are the Harpo Grouch?
It wasn't Harpo the Grouch.
What's his name?
Who are they?
Harpo Marx.
Groucho
Marx, Harpo Marx. Excuse me.
But that's not like a whole family.
They were
though.
brothers.
Harpo the Grouch.
But not like
Just your
this is not a
brothers, though.
whole
This is a family.
They got,
They started with his brothers.
nah, but
Siblings.
I'm talking about-
way
But it was more.
before.
It was more.
Yeah, the Wayans go deeper.
There's more.
Generational.
Sure.
Like
but
when you start going generations.
sure.
Yeah.
That-
We're not arguing that. But
Yeah.
I'm saying they weren't the first family of comedy.
I mean,
They're not.
Jerry Stiller and Ben Stiller. You know what I mean?
Well, you got Eddie and
You got a
Charlie.
couple- Yeah.
Oh, sorry. When I say first family, I mean
Family.
the top.
I mean,
Not first, like as an actual first.
just in
Okay,
different
I'll take it at
times.
the top.
Yeah.
But I still like a lot of.
Because
these
had
other
this been in the
families.
40s, you
You
guys
gotta
would be
look
like,
at
the
the-
Marx Brothers. You guys don't know
I
the
mean,
Marx
had this
Brothers.
been in the 40s and the Wayans were around, they'd be like, look at these comedy monkeys.
Yeah.
Like, they would it would have
Hey,
been.
microphone monkeys.
Yeah, it would have been different. It-
Yeah, I like seeing a lot of it too. I like the Rocks.
Nobody's
lot of
been more
people.
influential in my comedy idea than the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
Living Color was the first time I understood the power of comedy.
if you look at like like coaching, how they have coaching trees.
Mhm.
If you look at a comedy tree,
Mhm.
Wayans' comedy tree trickles down to so many different people
Yeah.
outside of their family. On
Yeah.
top of that, like it's what's bigger than
I'm
that.
trickled down from there.
Yeah,
even
what's
from
bigger
Bent.
than that?
You know,
Yeah,
Bentley comes down from
Yeah, I'm trickled down there. Marlon is the one that'd be like, get your ass on stage.
hmm Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely from that tree. It's them down. So.
Most comedians look up to someone
Chris
that
Spencer, Afion,
that
all them.
it branches off to the Wayans. Even with the whites, their favorite comedian might be Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
You know,
Right,
like,
which came
yep.
from the
which came from the Wayans.
J Lo, and they like all that
You a
shit.
dancer.
Rosie Perez.
Rosie.
Well,
Yeah.
Rosie started with Spike. but
Yeah.
she came over.
So you know, I said what I said.
I wonder how many people be like inspired by the Fly Girls. You have to go like. When I
Oh
saw them,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Motion
it was-
prices went through the roof when the Fly Girls is out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy
this-
from the brain power of Kenan,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
which is
I just wish it gets back to that. I'm trying, but everybody don't work with everybody like it used to, or there wasn't
Nah.
like back then. If one person got on and he was like Keenan was up with Eddie Murphy, they had the Black Pack, Eddie Murphy, Paul
Robert
Mooney,
Townsend.
Robert Townsend,
yeah.
Damon. They were the Black Pack,
Yeah.
But from that group came so many talents.
For
Right.
sure.
I'm like,
So what are you saying? People aren't putting people on as much, or what?
Everybody's just trying to put themselves on for the most
You know,
part.
I think it has
So
to be.
can't
I think it has to be like a natural progression because I don't think Kenan, when he did that, I don't think he set out to. I'm gonna put this person on, just for my friend. It just felt like he just had magic in him, and that magic spread through all these other people.
Well, he was a comic and he was an actor, so
Yeah.
he was seeing all these people at auditions and seeing these people in classes, and was like, "There's so much talent out here, but they're only giving one of us a shot at a time." That's what Hollywood Shuffle was about.
Yeah.
How they were giving one person a shot, even they do it somewhat all the time.
Right.
Like if Kev Hart's the one on top, anyone that acts remotely close like Kev Hart, they're putting in spots that they couldn't get Kev Hart
Yeah.
for.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes that until one person, or it always happens. Like
Right.
one person decides to do a movie, like I'm gonna call all my boys that
Yeah.
I know is dope.
That's what I'm saying. I think people are still putting people on.
You're gonna take a pay cut, but
Yeah.
Right.
Because like I said, like the Yasher movie, he just hit everybody up.
Asher dumped everybody in that bitch.
Kev brought everybody out for Churchy
Uh-huh.
2. I see it. You see 85 South, they doing it. I think Nick Cannon we still do
Yeah,
it.
people still do
We
it. It's
still
just
doing it.
yeah,
We definitely still doing it.
but not like that.
It's just
not like Kenan.
well, not like that. Plus,
Yeah.
but the deals aren't the same too, and
Yeah.
we don't know what everybody's gonna do yet. So
Well,
like everybody who's putting on, we're just now starting ours.
Yeah.
it was the
So you
same
don't
back
know
then.
yet. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like back then, we didn't know Jamie Foxx was gonna be Jamie Foxx. We didn't
Yeah.
know. Like it was just, you know what I mean? Like so, we're not. We'd have to revisit in 10 years.
David Allen
And
Greer.
see where everybody's at.
David
and
Allen
see-
Greer was on Broadway.
Yeah, because I
He
guarantee
trained at
you,
Yale, didn't he?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, a lot of the pictures we take and stuff like that, people are gonna look back and be like, "Oh, they started." You know what I mean? Like it's just we're still in ours. We haven't popped. Everybody hasn't popped yet. But yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
For sure.
Hey,
Big up.
appreciate that.
Yeah, hit us for the after Wayans party.
Oh man,
It's already.
I'm
at
gonna show up
capacity.
and then I'm going home. I don't like these streets.
You're right, Keon.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, Craig Wayans on everything.
when is this? Thursday? So that got canceled.
The 13th.
No. Okay, so 7th, March 7th, will be the second one of this year. Keon Pulley and Friends. Pull up. The last one sold out.
Good time.
Hey.
So please pull up to this one too. Let's set us out. Different lineup. I do my time up front, my 20, 25, and then bring my hilarious comics up. We changed the format, so pull up to that. As y'all may or may not have seen, I start hitting the road heavy in May. That's when it all starts. So I have on the books for May already Chicago, Detroit, Vancouver, Vegas, and something else. And then like Phoenix is like right after that. So it all starts in May. Get your tickets now. Some people, Chicago, already buying their tickets.
Let's go, Shot.
So that's what's up.
Shout out.
And that's months away. So yeah, that's what I got coming up. KeonPulley.com, and also my link tree has everything on there. Look out for Wildly Inappropriate with me, Gary Anderson, and Keenan Baker. I think that's it.
Yeah, not used to going last, but let's keep it local a little bit. This Saturday, February the 22nd, catch me at the Comedy Store. And then on Tuesday, El Segundo, which would be, what's Tuesday? Somebody give me the date. Somebody give me the date real quick.
Tuesday?
This next Tuesday coming up.
25th.
No, the 18th.
No, that's today.
The 18th today.
25th is next
It's
Tuesday.
next Tuesday.
Oh.
At El
sorry,
Segundo
this is
with
Tuesday, like-
Jack Rock, Sarah Tiana, and my boy Dave
I ain't
Williamson.
seen her in forever.
Me neither. She's funny as hell.
So funny.
Yeah, funny as hell. Other than that, DC urban comedy across the board.
All right, we out.
We gone.
Oh, we back with another episode of Daddy Issues.
Oh, that was so wild.
Too long.